Warning. Warning. You are about to enter the propaganda report with Brad Binkley. Warning.
That's right.
Warning. You are about to enter the propaganda report with Brad Binkley.
You have entered the propaganda report with Brad Binkley. That was the music of Justin Ridgway and the voice of Josh Warren, a.k.a. Fake Trump, at many live events and sometimes on the show. And he joined me this past weekend at the Helium Comedy Club Atlanta, Alpharetta, technically, two very different places that are in close proximity. And we had a good time there with Howie Dewey and headliner Sam Tripoli. It was a fun time. Thank everybody who came out to the show and talked to us after the show. It was fun, and we'll do it again soon, hopefully. So we have a special guest on, going to be coming on tonight, going to talk about all the things going on with us tonight. Perhaps even the fact that it's hole filling season. According to the official state of New York, it's hole filling season right now. And this person is from that area. And I want to say to everybody who is up in that area for hole filling season, tell your mothers to stop calling me. I'm down south. I hope everyone did have a good Easter and a good end to the war. I don't know, but we'll find out. We'll discuss it. Let me bring on our guest to the show today. A friend of mine and the host of the Haram Life podcast.
Haram Life. Let's get it.
Haram Life podcast. It's one thing that I always do. I always get in my head about names, which I practice beforehand, then I do wrong when I.
It's all right.
So Haram Life podcast. Haram, my friend from New Jersey.
What's good,
Haram,
Brad?
Good to see you, dude. So I love having you on because I feel like me and you can get real chauvinist and have a good time.
Yeah. It's part of my brand, being very chauvinist and and hating women and stuff like that. It's really what I do. It's really what I hone in on. I've been trying to find my place for a long time, and I just felt since the manosphere is in such bad place right now, maybe
really there's an opportunity here.
Yeah, maybe you can bring me in, bitches. I hate them.
We'll create a new manosphere.
Yeah. My manosphere is going to be more of like coddling women and loving them, and then insulting them till they have no more, self-esteem. But it's a slow process. Instead of like upfront Andrew Tate wise or Myron Gaines type, we try to little by little break them down.
You want to have a little bit more of a long, drawn-out process till you get to that complete
absolutely.
breakdown.
The patriarchy will not be defeated by being nasty.
Do you think the patriarchy will ever be defeated? Should the patriarchy be defeated?
I don't think it'll ever be defeated because it's the men who decide, hey, all right, we'll still give you the rights. You know what I mean? So I don't think if we all decide, you know what, nah, it's not going to happen anymore. It'll just stop overnight.
Raise the question of what is a man, then we could go into
listen, I don't have time for that right now. I'm actually right now in my transitioning of conservative back to liberal because I'm trying to get on the cusp of it right now. So I'm going back into the liberal phase of my my Pokemon evolution, as you will.
It's all a matter of the shifting definitions of things. I don't know if people really change, but the definition at a period of time changes. And I feel like politicians, they just decide where they have the most influence at any given time, and then they become that party because those parties can be used as symbols to kind of divide and conquer people.
It's all the same shit. If I should have gone into politics, because how many times I've lied to women about where I stand and what I do. I mean, I could have been a politician this whole time. Listen, I'm a 4'6" guy.
What prompts you to do that? To use such deception? Is it perhaps the look of the girl to have any influence?
As a 5'6" guy, that's a mixture of George Costanza and Tony Soprano. I had to find a way to really, convince these women to sleep with me because I promise you, no one's waking up and going, "See that guy, Reef? I want to sleep with that guy in the morning." No one's doing it. All right. So I had to think of creative ways. So sure, I said I owned a couple used car dealerships, of course.
Yeah. Well, and they're can you help my niece or nephew with a car? And you're like, well, I'm sorry, we can't give handouts out. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way.
A-class credit only,
business, obviously.
What do you think? This is Carvana? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, come on now. I'm running a real business over here. Yeah. You just sparked so many topics we could go into that aren't the show that we would.
No, it's very important we get to the war Brad, because I'm
Right. What do you think about the war?
Yeah, well,
Let's get your first
I have
reaction.
no fucking clue what's going on, but
I know. Does anybody?
nobody does. I'm like, I was talking to somebody and they're like, well, yeah, we bombed the shit out of them. I'm like, but did we? I'm like, I don't know. It's like sort of like wag the dog kind of like film we're playing through right now. Like, I don't really understand what's going on.
I don't understand any of it. I don't believe or disbelieve any of it. Some of what we're being told is probably true.
Yeah.
A lot of what we're being told is not true. And that's from all sides of it, not just us.
Yeah.
Iran. I don't believe anything that comes out of any wartime messaging. I did like the Lego propaganda videos that Iran made. I don't know if you saw some of those.
Oh yeah,
hilarious.
Those pretty sick.
And then we had
starring Chris Pratt as the voice of the Lego guy.
Was that Chris Pratt?
No, I'm just saying.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean they were funny, and then you have we're doing the propaganda videos where it's GTA 6 character and then what looks like a bomb strike, but it could be a video game for all we know. I'm like, are we even watching any reality right now?
You go on Fox News and they're like talking to somebody and they just have like the glimpses of us bombing them, like just the infrared bombing going on as they're talking to somebody.
Hold on, we got a quick infrared bomb. All right.
The guy's talking in the background. He's like, see, I believe the IRGC is really, and then you're just watching like infrared bombing of like whatever. Yeah. Who knows where it's coming from either. It looks like it's a Call of Duty game.
It makes me think of the UFOs or UAP things where they will be like, here's another breathtaking or shocking sighting of a Tic Tac vehicle that we can't describe the dynamics of. We don't understand the physics of, and it's just it looks like a tick. It looks like an actual tick on a radar that they did some graphic editing to, and that's supposed to be convincing.
Yeah, or the orbs. Same thing with the orbs. They'll do the same thing with the like those floating type of orbs. They'll have they're coming from deep. Remember the senator from Jersey said it was coming from deep ocean. Remember that guy
coming out of the ocean.
Yeah, coming out of the ocean.
Yeah. Well, they're doing the disclosure. They had this guy from Tennessee who is.
Oh, Burchett. What's his name? Burchett?
Retard, I think is what his name is. He's like, I don't know. It seems like a UAP is going to come out of a pig's ass. It's going to show up on a he uses these stupid metaphors that make no sense. He's like, it's like Tuesday said to Friday, we're coming the aliens on up one's center. It's just like, what are you saying?
Yeah, it'll make everybody sick if they find out the truth. Like at this point,
if you say what I saw, it's gonna make everybody feel like pigs.
You sound just like
Lindsey Graham. That's what he talks like. Yeah, he talks in nothing but metaphors that make zero sense.
Yeah, he's like the judge in every like down south movie. Yeah, I don't understand where you be going on there.
Yeah. Well, you seemed like you've been fighting a pig's fight down in the mud, bitch. But it just seems like maybe we're gonna have to punish you a little bit. So if this guy is for real, if this is how he really is, what a great person to get elected to Congress, because he'll just believe anything.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that's what they're doing. They got their little like Paulina Luna. She's one of them.
She's like a stripper, Paulina Luna. They bring in.
They bring her
a stripper core in there.
And then they got this guy, and then they'll give him probably some type of truth, and he'll be like, let's run with it. Let's see what they do. And he's like, well, I'll tell you, I hate to be a mudskipper in Mexico. I hate to be a catfish in some shallow water right now.
Right. It's like, what does that mean, dude? We need the calendar, though. We need the congressional calendar, because we'll at least get 5 months of good-looking women.
Yeah.
And then maybe 7 of Lindsey Graham.
Yes, Lindsey Graham. Yeah. I love watching that guy in fucking Walt Disney World. Like, what are you doing? You have no kids.
What is he doing?
What are you doing?
Could you just further the belief about yourself anymore?
Yeah. I just wanted to spend the day in the most magical place in the world.
Yeah, Lindsey Graham goes there to blow Pluto. It's like there's going to be images that come out, and he's like, it's like a furry. You got to take the furry thing off, Lindsey, before you can actually get to the date.
He actually pays extra to stay around later to smell the seats of all the rides. Yeah.
Don't wash. No,
not yet.
Let's buy my. Don't wash them.
How the fuck is that guy still in power? I mean, who are the people that vote this guy in?
They're in South Carolina, and
I don't know much about something. I think it's the norm over there.
I avoid the state of South Carolina now because of Lindsey Graham. It is crazy because he's been a congressman or a senator for so long. He's a senator, right?
I think so.
He's one.
Yeah, one of pieces of
I think
shit.
he's a senator. I've never met someone who's just been a Lindsey Graham enthusiast.
No, not at all. Who's your favorite
they have the
politician?
GIMP mask on. Usually, they can't.
It's like the same thing with like Adam Schiff or like who's the other guy?
What a creepy guy Adam Schiff is.
Yeah, how about all that stuff with the Standard Hotel and everything? Where did that all go?
The Standard Hotel.
You never heard of that conspiracy theory that he was like trafficking children in the Standard Hotel? It was during that whole QAnon thing. Yeah, something happened. Like one of his boys got caught, doing something with children or something like that, and he was like caught up. And it was all about the Standard Hotel, which I love to stay in when I'm in LA, but not to traffic children.
Well, Adam Schiff has that face for sure.
Yeah.
He looks like someone who's never seen an unattended drink he didn't drug. Is what he looks like.
Just out there, just dropping fucking.
Like his face, the excitement, the glee when he sees a drink not being attended.
He like tries so hard to make it obvious. He's like, yeah. And then while you're drinking it, he's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. And he was an amateur scriptwriter. And at some donor events, he does stand-up comedy.
No kidding.
And I've been trying to find video of that.
Oh man, I would love
for years, and I haven't.
Oh, I would love to get some Lindsey Graham stand-up.
It's Adam Schiff, not Lindsey.
Oh, and Adam Schiff.
I'm sure it'll be the same type of stand-up coming from both of them.
It's like some Seinfeld, like, who are these people? I don't get it.
You put a drug in their drink.
It's a little powdery.
It was just one time.
And she fell asleep. I don't know.
I paid for the abortion.
Abortion.
So that's what we think of Adam Schiff and Lindsey Graham.
Yeah. It's definitely a ways away from the war that we were discussing.
Well, I think they both probably, I know Lindsey Graham supports the war. I don't know
about
Adam
absolutely.
Schiff. I'm sure he does one way or another. But here's what the general news that I've gathered about the war today, is that it's a big day for peace, for world peace.
Yes.
Because Operation Epic Fury was a historic victory, according to Trump, a capital V. Victory with a capital V. Yep. And he did announce yesterday that the U.S. likes its ceasefires, kind of like Lindsey Graham likes his dildos, and that is double-sided. Which is what he said during his post.
Yep.
Is he said that this is a double-sided ceasefire.
Yeah.
As Iran will be they'll be opening the Strait of Hormuz in exchange. I mean, that's like the condition of it. And they're going to send a 10-point plan to go over. And all of that lasted like less than 24 hours because according to the news right now, the Strait of Hormuz is closed again. And because Israel bombed Lebanon, according to what they say that Iran claimed, and we have said that this is unacceptable. I don't know what's true. I don't know if it's closed. I don't know if it's open. I know people, it's biblical, so that gets people going in one direction. But whenever I hear there's a ceasefire, I expect to hear the ceasefire has ended in about this time frame. I've never been like, oh my God, a ceasefire, everything is good.
Yeah. No. Not only that, but we didn't even get the fireworks of like a ground invasion. We didn't get any of that. Like, we can't just have a ceasefire right now. It's not part of the script. We need to see some kind of ground invasion before we get there.
I think that is, I think you have to give this push and pull of, we have a ceasefire, so we're trying to solve it, but it's not our fault. So instead of we're going to do an all-out ground invasion where it makes it easy for public opinion to turn against you, you can do this. Look, we did this ceasefire. We had it ready. We did it in 4 weeks or less, like we promised. But they're the ones that violated it.
Yeah,
they're
we're
the
bombing
ones that
them.
forced us.
We're bombing them. All right, with 2 countries are bombing them, and I don't know what their deal is. We don't get it.
Yeah, it's just grow up.
Yeah, grow. That's enough already. All right, we're bombing innocent people in schools filled with women.
Isn't
come on,
crazy. So that story right there is one that you expect. It's so on the nose when it comes to war propaganda that there's going to be a bunch of the death of a bunch of children. Up, and then both sides are going to blame the other. And initially on social media, that's how it was. Iran blamed us, and people on social media blamed Iran. But then when our government was asked about it, they were like, oh, well, you know, Iran's the only one that actually targets children, but we're looking into it.
Yeah.
And there was never a denial of it.
No,
and
of course not.
The longer it went on, it sounded more and more like it was, I mean, we kind of did it, but we're going to finish this shit in 4 weeks type of thing.
They're going to release video of it, and it's going to be like guys holding their ears and the rocket just exploded. It was the Iranians. They did it to themselves. They blew up the thing. They waited, and they lit the fuse and hung around there.
I don't think they're going to deny it. I think they've raced past it. And I've come to believe, and this is not that popular of opinion, but you know, they killed the children of the kings back in the olden days because they didn't want they want future wars to come out of. If this has been framed as a religious war in many contexts of Christian, Muslims.
It's pretty weird because like Arabs only make up like 10% of the Muslim population, which is like
you got to wipe them all out.
Yeah, we got all Muslims, every single one of them. Get them out of here.
Yeah. But so those appeals have been what has gotten people who voted for Trump on the grounds that he wasn't going to do forever wars.
No, this is not.
To be like, okay, because they're attacking Christians. They're coming at Christians in Nigeria or wherever he's talking about it, and so they do all these different war appeals to like. You know, appeal to different groups of society. And this one, if you kill, what was like a 200 or something, maybe it's less, I'm probably getting the number wrong. It was Muslim girls, and it was a school that was connected to the military that was, you know, higher ranking officials and stuff. So these are children of, I'm not going to say elites, but people in the higher echelon of Muslim society. And you factor that out. How many future Muslims are you killing? Mm-hmm. You're killing generations of them.
Oh yeah.
When you times that, you know, move that out, and so that if it wasn't intentional, it definitely made a statement. If this were a religious war, that's all I'm saying.
You know, I didn't even think of it that way. It's pretty bright if you're trying to annihilate a future generation.
And it's, you know, I hope that that's not the case, but I think it's kind of silly when people talk about there being rules to war.
Yeah. We're dropping bombs. What are we talking about here?
It's not. You're not really.
Yeah, they're like, oh, the Iranians are committing war crimes by cluster ammunitions. Like, well, all right, but you're just dropping bombs everywhere. Like, what are they supposed to do? I don't get it.
Yeah, it's tough to, and that's what the propaganda to get people to compartmentalize their beliefs.
What's your take on how Trump is like when he was like, I'm going to annihilate a civilization? Then the other day he was like, praise be to Allah. You know, I'm going to annihilate the whole population, but God bless the Iranian people.
Easter Bunny's like holding the nuclear football while he's doing it.
It should be that way, like that movie with Donnie Darko. You just have the fucking bunny up there.
Yeah. I think the praise be to Allah was probably sarcastic.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
You know, he does rhetoric like that, and I saw Art of the Deal trending. So I'll see things trending that I've talked about in the past, and I won't even bring them up because you'll get messages be like, "Well, you're just saying what." Art of the Deal, I've been telling people to read for a long time to explain Trump. It's a great book, and he does that type of stuff. But I also think the people who are around the world have probably read it. You know, they can get a sense of him. He does that kind of thing. Like he always, his negotiation tactics are do the most extreme thing that seems unpredictable. And what he's able to do is he does it without concern of public opinion, where past presidents have not overstepped as much because they've been concerned about media response. Trump, because he's not going to have to run again, doesn't have to worry about that. But the flip side of that is sometimes he does do stuff.
Yeah.
And so I think when he makes threats like that, I think it's quite possible he might carry them out.
Oh, yeah.
I think that,
And he's shown it, yes, too. Yeah. Like he's done it throughout his time as president, even the first time and the second time. You know, he's not scared to do it. But
the discombobulator.
The mother of all bombs, biggest bomb.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about some of that technology that.
But this is right up your wheelhouse, this whole propaganda shit that's going on. Like that's what,
wild,
you know, I love listening to the show because your perspective on the propaganda is like an expert perspective on it because, you know, you've been doing this for so long. But this is just like, this is a class, like a master class in propaganda.
It's the most, like rapid fire, technologically advanced type of propaganda that history's ever seen. And that's always been the case at any point in history, but because communication can travel instantaneously to every single screen. We have our television screen, we have our phones, we have our computers, you have billboards that are updating in real time. Everywhere you go, they call them points of contact in propaganda. That's what the way they think.
I did see one of the in my building, the elevator things posted on that. You know, the elevator ads posted. Trump declares total annihilation of civilization. Dude, and I was like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
How did that happen? I was like, I just went from the 3rd floor to the 30th floor, and then all of a sudden it's posting total annihilation. Like, what are we talking about?
The way up. Yeah. No, it's that idea of wanting to, if the fastest way to mobilize control of civilization is you always have that point of contact with the most people at one time, which before, you know, they had to get information across the world hundreds and hundreds of years ago. You got to write a letter that gets put on a boat
or on a fucking crow
or
like on a pigeon. Yeah,
a pigeon's got to fly over, and you know, pigeons don't understand human emotion well, so they're like autistic. There's no telling what they're conveying.
They're the autistic.
It takes weeks for the information to travel, and then you know we develop the what's it called, the printing press. The printing press is really what transformed everything in society with the newspapers and whatnot. Then the underlying cables or under the water cables in the ocean, and then all these internet technologies, which is like a wet dream for Edward Bernays, who he thought cinema was going to be the wet dream because you can speak to the entire, the world.
He didn't factor in that Hollywood was just filled with pedophiles and they would burn themselves down.
Maybe that's what he counted on. Yeah. So something about Bernays, off topic, I'd recently discovered is he was asked in the early 1940s to help. I don't remember who the woman is who did the pitch to I think it's the United Nations to make Israel a state, to give it the land over there. He was one of the first people who they went to and said, "Can you help us organize this pitch to start this? Israel deserves this land," which is what led to a lot of the problems we're seeing right now. Some people, you're going to go back further. You can go back to all of eternity in the Bible. I get that. The modern version of this guy's where Edward Bernays, and he said, "I have to go talk to my friends in the government first." And he gave advice, and he actually takes credit for it, but he also distances himself from it, which he's good at doing. It's just interesting. All these same people, and Freud is his uncle.
Oh, Sigmund Freud, right?
Yeah.
I think you mentioned
Telegraph.
that.
That's right. Thank you. Telegraph, for sure.
Yeah, but what is so if we? I'm gonna do the Alex Jones 40,000-foot view here.
Yeah,
Brad. What do you? We see. My take is that somehow they got to spin it back on Israel. Somehow they got to be the redheaded stepchild that takes the beating right now. They're gonna have to. So that's what I think is gonna happen eventually. Even if you follow,
it's going to turn against Israel.
Yeah, because even if you follow the fake prophecies and the revelations that they're trying to do, eventually Israel gets it. Even if you follow the biblical talk and everything. So how is that going to happen? How are they going to manipulate that?
Tell everybody what that Israel gets it.
Yeah, like the final battle happens in Israel, if I'm not mistaken, in Jerusalem. Somebody else that follows the Bible will probably know, and then it gets annihilated again. You know. And that's where the final
bringing about the biblical prophecy.
Yeah, the prophecies, because it's blatant that these people, whatever religion they're into this whole like antichrist bullshit. You know what I mean?
Well, it's so the biblical prophecy and antichrist and all of that. People will talk about how this is the end of times, which I believe that every generation has thought they're the end of time since the beginning of time.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure World War II, a lot of people thought this was the end of times.
Somebody will be the end of times.
Yeah.
So somebody will be right.
Yeah. The Japanese probably thought the same thing.
Right. Yeah. And so with these stories and these prophecies so well known because of communication now, like you don't have to read the whole Bible to know about them. You can get the 5-minute version on YouTube
go on Twitter,
or Snapchat, whatever.
Go on X, and you'll just get to a reel. 2 minutes, you're in. You're a professional now.
It makes it easy for people to leverage those, to use them in exploitive ways. And for maybe what we're seeing right now, if I knew that that was a mobilizing force for such massive groups of people to carry forward an agenda, then and I'm a psychopath in power, then I'm going to use those.
Of course,
they always use the thing that can mobilize the most people with as much rage and hate that can make them overcome the psychological resistance to killing people if that's what they need to do to further their agenda. That's why it's always challenging for me, because I do believe that there's going to be an end times, and I don't know that I believe that it's going to be mirrored in such a way. It's almost too on the nose, a lot of this stuff for me.
Yeah.
I think if we're seeing something that's directly like the Bible, or if it's being interpreted as this is just like the Bible, then I don't want to offend people's religion, but I think you can be religious and not accept that these almost literal interpretations, or even some of these symbolic interpretations have been passed down, are exactly correct.
Yeah.
And when something's so on the nose, it just makes me think there's a lot of manipulation going on. I don't know if that addressed exactly what you brought up, but I think a lot of people are affected by it, because I know a lot of people who believe that we're in the end times right now.
Yeah, I do as well. A lot of people say the same thing. Yeah, this is it. They're waiting for the locusts to come, right? Isn't that part of it? The hordes of locusts will come soon. The red heifer getting born. Like, this is the stuff that people, they know about, again, through learning it through communication that we just brought up. And a lot of people, even if they didn't believe it before, just these little snippets now, they become the experts on it, and they fully believe it. And, your reality, your perception is your reality. So if you're believing the end times, you're in the end times. It doesn't matter at that point.
And that contributes to your behavior.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trump's statement that you brought up, it's going to be the end. People who took that to heart, they might have spent every dollar they had.
Bro, can you imagine if you're an Iranian and you saw that? You're like, fuck, I'm going to bang my neighbor's wife. What are we doing here? She eyeballed me last week. I know. I think I got a shot at this.
Right. And that can cause some chaos, and it can cause some people to ruin their lives. And
the funny thing is, there was somebody in a congressional hearing like last year, I think in November, where she was like, yeah, we caused public disturbance in Iran, and we manipulated their dollar. We caused all those riots and those those protests that killed like 40,000 people, whatever the number is that they're trying to tell us that they did. And she flat out admitted, I think she was like the deputy of the CIA or something, and she was like, yeah, we destabilized their dollar and we caused an uprising.
Yeah, and that's something that we in other countries do all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, think about Ukraine. Like, that was the one that everybody knows about now, how we started the uprising over there, and the color revolution in Egypt. Like, if you can go back, within 10, 15 years and see all the things that we did.
And what was the one? Might have been Syria, the one where there's books written about the use of X for the first time to stir up that social unrest. And that's not to say there's not people that had issues or problems over there, or that governments over there weren't oppressive in certain ways. All governments are oppressive in certain ways to people. And I'm not saying that I'm oppressed, you're oppressed. I mean, we're white guys. So,
I mean, what am I going to do? Yeah. You're hired every time I walk in.
Well,
put it there. Just don't say my name.
It's like, not us, but it's easy. So over here, it's like we can't have. It's the hypocrisy. Protest over here, staged, built up, and they're astroturfed, and they absolutely are. Absolutely are.
Yeah.
But then the same government will turn around and say, over there, it's absolutely natural, and you're crazy, and you're against the government and this country if you point it out. Like, literally the same thing. And people, because of their ideological divides, will be like, yeah, it must be fake over here. It must definitely be real over here.
Yeah.
And it's like, apply the same standard. That doesn't mean, just like there's not people who aren't upset about what Trump's doing. Obviously there are. I know tons of them.
Yeah.
But they also put people on the front lines, as they call it, because these are trained activists that are sent out there to be provocateurs whose goal is to cause the police to react to them. Now, that doesn't mean that it's good that what happens, but that's literally how they train them. And there's people who get paid to do this. There's people who get rewarded in other ways to do this. This has been proven. I've proven. I've gone to the trainings. So it's a mix of both. These uprisings don't happen, in my opinion, in any country without there being some sort of artificial leader to it, because you need somebody to be a first mover. You need people, you need the guy wearing all black to be the first one to break the window during the 2020 Black Lives Matter stuff out, in Atlanta. Because most people don't want to do that, but a lot of people will follow someone if you can stir that chaos up.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm in too. Break a window. I'm getting new Nikes.
Totally. I'll break a window, dude. I'll break my own window.
I wear my Pooh Shiesty mask and I'm taking Nikes for the rest of the night.
Absolutely. Stacey Abrams is one of those, dude. Yeah, dude. The Nike thing, they did a hashtag around Lenox Mall around here. It was, I can't remember what it was, but it was these flash mobs where they get all of these people, all these kids to come, and they organized around these hashtags. They'd show up at Lenox Mall, and because there was hundreds of them, they would storm the Nike store. The security couldn't stop them, so they'd all get away with those Jordans or whatever.
Yeah, they were doing it here in Jersey too. Yeah, they were having these flash mobs. And then they were
That's
like,
how I got
no
most
kids.
of my shoes.
Then they were like, no kids allowed in the mall without a parental guardian now in Jersey.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, it's crazy. So like the power to create chaos agents, as Ryan says, of social media. It's people who are older. Like in schools,
that was the interesting though. Older people, like I was in Colorado during the first No Kings protest, the first big one last year when Trump first got elected. Last year in September, October, the big one, the first big one. Well, I was in Boulder for a wedding, and that's like the home of liberal life, Boulder, Colorado.
Force Mommy is from up there in Colorado.
Yeah, so like I was there, and it was all older people, like 50, 60, 70-year-old people there for this protest. Yep. I'm like, well, all right, you guys are the fucking problem.
Dude, these older people, I've met so many of these older people at these protests I've gone to. There's one I saw, this 90, he looked like he's 95 years old, just marching around an intersection. And what did he say? Oh, it said, what would WWJD, who would Jesus deport? Yeah. And I was like, what a good question. I don't know. I'm not sure who would deport. But it's these older people who have nothing to do and whose grandkids should feel ashamed of themselves. Yeah, and they're into it too. Like I was sitting at the bar and I was agreeing with them. I'm fuck Trump. I don't, just egging them on, seeing how crazy they were talking. But they talk like boomers. So it's like them watching CNN or Fox or something else and speaking exactly like it. They say the same thing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
On both sides of it, they say
they're just deporting all the illegals. Like, how do you feel about that? I was like, I'm like, yeah, well, and then you said something.
Levin earlier, is that what you're? That's what I was.
Yeah, you had Trump with Mark Levin and fucking what's his name, Shapiro on his other side, like
Ben Shapiro.
He's there.
You should watch his sister's breast because those are a lot more.
Oh my God! Remember, Mark Levin went on this thing during the 2020 election that Trump was going to find out that they have these watermark ballots. Do you remember that whole thing? Like he went on InfoWars and he was like, yeah, Trump found he has these watermark ballots. He's going to find out who's stealing the election and everything.
That pisses me off because I talked to Garland Favorito. I've told you about him before down here in Georgia, who actually exposes the real stuff there. Then you have these people who are sensationalists coming out there saying stuff that's unprovable like that. Yeah. That makes it seem to anybody on the other side of it like any question raised is crazy or ridiculous when there's actually a lot of evidence that is verifiable and been proven. Yeah.
And there's court cases. And there's court cases that are proven. Like in Jersey, we had 3 election cases, and nobody talks about it. In Newark and Patterson, we had people, rigging the election here. But it's only individual. It's not coming from DNC or anywhere else. It's just guys on their own saying, you know what, I want this guy. I want to vote for this guy. So we're just gonna fake the numbers. It doesn't come from a higher up. There's no boss in that.
It's corruption. So corruption at the local level.
Oh, it's insane.
It's insane.
It's insane.
Because nobody pays attention.
No. Like you go to a meeting here, like a town hall meeting in my town in Jersey, in South Jersey, and there's nobody there, maybe 5 people,
That's what the communists would target in their manuals. They target the locales because it's so easy to get in without resistance and corrupt things.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter who you're with. Democrat, Republican. Right. Where I grew up in a town right across the river from New York City. Like where I grew up, you can see New York City. The mayor has been Mayor Sacco there since 1982. He's still the mayor in that fucking town.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yep. He was best friends with, what was that guy's name? The guy from Menendez who got caught.
The Menendez brothers?
No, Menendez, Bob Menendez. Remember Senator Menendez?
Oh,
He got caught with
he's best friends with the Menendez brothers.
yeah, they were on Epstein's plane hanging out.
But,
no,
the guy
Senator
got caught recently.
Yeah, but remember, Menendez first got
money
caught
in his pockets.
He first got caught with underage Dominican prostitutes on a plane, and that just kind of got swept under the rug. And then later on, they got him with a bribery scheme with gold bars, and he gave him to his wife. He put it under his wife's name and everything. And that's what he got nailed for.
See, that's what I've heard of. I never heard the Dominican prostitute.
Yeah. Originally, if you look it up, you can. I think it's very easy to find. He had a Dominican underage prostitute scandal that just disappeared. It wasn't me. I was on the plane, but it wasn't me.
Who was it? Is the question.
Yeah. It's insane because that guy was from Hudson County, New Jersey, right? This is Union City, North Bergen, West New York, Hoboken, and Secaucus, and it's like this one little section that's right next to New York. It's been raided by every office has been raided by the FBI in that area. Every fucking town hall. It's good. That's the kind of place I want to live in, though.
What's the FBI doing with the information they raid, though?
Nothing. They're holding on, more blackmail, seeing what they can control, see what they can do, pull the levers.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, that's all it is. There's nothing. You get nothing from anything. That's what drives me crazy about liberals when you talk to them. And I'm not saying liberals or whatever, but mainly people that have that liberal mentality. We need more money. Yeah, we need more money to give to the government because they haven't proved it enough that they can't run anything, but we got to throw them more money.
Yeah, if you want to be in government too bad, then it's that I think you've probably recognized the ability to just cash in and be above the law.
Oh yeah,
or you're willingly compromised.
When one of my friends growing up, he used to be involved in the elections, and we used to do ballot harvesting. We would go to these senior citizen buildings because where I grew up, senior citizens were in apartment buildings. Not
that's
in
legal in some states, right?
Yeah. You would go, but you would tell them, hey, you didn't fill this out. Maybe you want to fill out the top one. Just you would coerce them to the
you dementia patient.
Yeah, you would be fucking yeah. Are you my son? Dad? Dad, I really want you to vote
here, Jimmy Carter. You're very excited to vote.
Hey, put her there. Thank you for your service.
I think it should get more attention what was done to Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter
the dude died. He was over 100 years old. They did this thing where they showed his birthday party, his 100th birthday party, and it's all these politicians, and it's like Jimmy Carter in a wheelchair, kill me.
But he was but he was still tweeting out that he hates Trump and we should vote against him.
But yeah, his sons are going on to MSNBC going, no, he's so excited. We think he's staying alive because of how excited he is to vote for Kamala. This guy didn't vote for, he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, no.
And then he dies right after. He stayed on. He hung on long enough just because of Kamala. I mean, that is a fraudulent vote right there.
I thought them throwing Kamala was to put Trump in. I knew the fix was in for Trump when they ran Kamala because they know Trump can sell anything to his base, which is now it's been fractured because, they put everybody into the MAGA. If you voted for Trump, you're automatically MAGA, which a lot of people, I don't know what the problem is with saying make America great. I mean, I get it. It puts you into this little thing that you're a racist, all these other things. You don't want immigration and all. But I forgot where I was going with it.
You talking about you think the fix was in for Trump?
Yeah, I think the fix was in because they can sell anything with Trump. Trump's the salesman.
Rebrander.
Yeah, he can sell anything. Look, we're not cheering on a war with Iran, but we're waiting to see what he's saying. You know what I mean? We're like, what is he going to say about it? Look at his Truth Social tweet.
That's what he's.
You know what I found out too?
Yeah,
his son is an advisor for Polymarket, Trump Jr. I just found that out recently.
Yeah.
These guys that are making
the craziest thing, dude.
Yeah, these guys are making bets on what's going to happen in politics, and the son's the fucking advisor of it. Of course, there's got to be some kind of insider.
I mean, I would be asking Dad how many times he's going to say specific words and speeches and putting a lot of money on. You can win so much money so easily. With some of these bets.
Yep.
I don't know if it's a joke that it probably wasn't. But I saw something where there was somebody in the comments of Nick Fuentes saying, dude, $10 super chat, please say Bitcoin. And the implication was, I didn't go verify it yet, so it might not be true, but this does work if this is a bet, was that there was a bet on will Nick Fuentes say Bitcoin during his show. And so my thing is like, how do I get what will Brad say on his show? On the Polymarket thing, and put all my money on it because I know what I'll say.
Yeah. No, you have to have an advisor, somebody who's not connected to you, like a son. And it could work for the betting company.
Adopt a kid.
Yeah, you need to adopt a kid. All right, have him be an advisor. Then that's how you can place the bet. All right, you got to start thinking.
Wild,
you got to start thinking now, bro. That's it.
How many dildos are gonna be thrown on the court?
Yeah, that was crazy too. Remember that? That was obviously to draw up some support for everybody watching WNBA, which I know you can't wait for the start of the season.
The Hawks got. We have Brittany Griner and Angela Reese here in Atlanta now. Give me a break.
Yeah, like who gives a fuck about the Hawks making a playoff run? Go fuck yourself.
Right, I'll buy season tickets for $50. Although so
I went
$300,000 minimum wage now, right?
Yeah. I went on a date with this chick. She's like, I got floor tickets for the New York Liberty. She's like, let's go. And I was on the floor, Madison Square Garden. It was awesome.
Did you wear mesh shorts or did you wear?
Oh, bro, I wore gray sweatpants, no underwear. I wasn't holding anything back. I wanted everybody to know when they see me on TV.
The boner on the side of a WNBA
I'm enjoying this one. Meanwhile, they all look like me, but just 6 feet tall.
Yeah. No, I get harder and harder every time Angela Reese gets her own rebound.
Oh yeah, that girl can't make it chippy for the life of her. But we were in, floor seats right there, right by the press table. It was amazing. And then the game started, and within 10 minutes, I was like, "We got to get the fuck out of here."
It's 3-2.
I'm like, I got to touch the garden floor. I was like, "This is great," but what do we watch? Honestly, this was like when Rebecca Lobos was there. Like this is the early WNBA. Yeah, this was early when it was still they was still drumming support for it, and there was a lot of lesbians
Miller
there.
Was
Cheryl Miller. Yeah. And this was what was not Swoops? What was her name? Leslie. What was her name?
Talking about?
Yeah. That was
tall black chick.
I mean, I was there for 10 minutes and I was like, who watches this? I mean, how can you watch it? It's impossible to watch. Even when the World Cup, the women's soccer team was I was like, you know what? Let me put it on. Let me see what the whole hype's about. It was like watching a 9-year-old scrimmage game.
Right. It's just like only the parents are there.
Yeah, it's very rough to watch. And they gaslight us now with WNBA. I went to the Adidas store today. Lisa Leslie, that's right. I went to the Adidas store today and they had a hat that says everyone watches women's sports. I'm like, I didn't get the fucking memo.
What is this gaslighting hat?
Yeah.
What? Give me a break.
I should have bought it.
People.
I should have bought it. Everyone watches women's sports. I'm that guy now, white knighting around. But you don't watch the WNBA, bro? Come on. Caitlin Clark.
You go around shaming people. That's your question.
Yeah. What do you watch? The men?
Hold on. Do you even watch the WNBA?
Yeah. How can you talk about it? Do you even watch it? Who's the leading scorer?
If you don't know the leading scorer of the WNBA, you are a chauvinist male pig.
Absolutely. And you don't want to admit that WNBA is just on par as an NBA right now.
The crazy thing is the salary that they were getting before, which was like an average like 70,000 players. I would give up everything that I do to play basketball for $70,000 a year. What a great gig.
You could have done it. You just had to go through with the transition.
But right now, because the minimum wage it's like $260,000 or $70,000 for first year players. I know a crackhead, okay, I don't want to call him a crackhead. I don't know if he's still doing crack. I know that he's homeless. I met him recently in Atlanta. His name is Tommy Gaines.
Oh, you told me the story, I think. Yeah.
The tall guy, plays basketball. He's like 57 years old. And dude was a phenom. If you're paying first-year players $260,000 a year in the WNBA, it would be stupid for someone like him who could score 40 a game at least to not transition.
Oh, yeah.
And play in the WNBA for a year because a few years from now, he could be spending millions on crack if he wanted to. My man would be swimming in crack. He'd be like Scrooge McDuck swimming in crack. But the dude would dominate. And so it's like incentivizing this transition. Like, seriously, you're in hard times, but you can play ball. It's like, shit. Do I have to cut it all the way? Like, can I put it on ice and sew it back on afterwards? How's this work? Like, what's the official rule?
You know, it's because I used to play. You know, I play LA Fit. I used to play a lot of ball, and I would play against these like D1 girls, right? And I'd be like, wow, this girl's D1. You know, she's playing at fucking UConn or whatever. And then like I'm playing defense, and I'm like, there's no fucking way this is D1. I'm a kid from New York who's never played organized ball for like any team or anything, and I was holding her down like it was nothing. If I could do it, I'm sure as shit somebody else can do it, you know. And they were trying to like gaslight me like she was so good. I put a body on her, and she was calling a foul every time I touched her.
Right. Yeah. It's you calling a hashtag me too every time.
Yeah.
It's not to say some of them aren't good. I'm not saying
No.
some of
Yeah.
them
Listen,
are good.
Caitlin Clark's
this
amazing.
idea that like dudes can't. It's just the pay to this like minimum wage of $300,000 it's crazy.
I think they had
like
this
wild.
idea of merging the WNBA and NBA together at some point. I think that was their idea.
Fun.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun to do like in a summer league, you know, mixed teams, something like that. It'd be fun to watch. But then you'll see like LeBron coming down the lane and just throwing it down on someone, you know.
And he's dead too.
Yeah.
He'll still be scoring 50 a game. His reanimated corpse.
No, it's again more propaganda that you see, you know.
Yeah,
but I just don't see the benefit of it because it's not a good product. You know, what are we wasting our time for? You're wasting good propaganda.
Well, it's a social issue. It's
you're right.
I have no problem with there being a women's basketball league or women's sports. I mean, there's like, I would get dominated in tennis by the top women
easily. Pickleball, different story, but tennis, absolutely.
Somebody who plays tennis wouldn't. But I don't like I think everybody, and I watch women's tennis. But everything should kind of be, you know.
Listen, even when it comes to trans, like if you want to start your own league,
start your own league with the trans league.
And if you know what, it'd probably be fun to watch.
You put the both kinds of trans get to go in there.
Yeah.
You know, so you really get to see. You can see what happens. I don't even care if people trans. It's just where's all that money coming from? How does it filter? I'm sure it probably in some way or another backdoors to taxpayer dollars. Probably.
Absolutely. All these sports teams, if you look into it, how their stadiums get built and everything, like how they get funded, it's all taxpayer dollars.
It's all taxpayer dollars.
Look at the World Cup. They're going to tax the area of the World Cup, right? That Rutherford area where they're throwing the World Cup. They're going to in that area because there's the Dream Mall there, right? The American Dream Mall. For that month, they're going to raise the sales tax there to fund all this already. We need to fund everything that we're doing already, even though it's been funded already and voted on.
Yeah.
But they need to raise the sales tax for a month there. And it's like,
it's going to be in Atlanta too.
Yeah. Too. So think about that, because the government always raises the sales tax and says, you know what? It works so well, we're just going to erase it. They're going to just keep it there. It's not going anywhere after that.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. They're gaslighting everyone into thinking, yeah, this would be a great revenue starter. And then,
they're cleaning up Atlanta for the first time since the Olympics, 1996.
Oh yeah,
the World Cup.
Yeah,
they're stuffing the homeless into shipping containers a couple miles away.
Oh shit! No shit!
Kidding.
No kidding. Listen, you can go watch a World Cup game right now.
City jail.
You can watch a World Cup game for the low price of $1,500 in a nosebleed right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and we're gonna go do some man on the street and talk to some Saudis, and we're gonna.
Oh, that'd be a fun one. You'll have all types over there. Yeah.
It'll be interesting for sure. But yeah, they're trying to clean. So there's been nothing but closed highways. So we have like 16 lanes going both ways here in Atlanta. It's like there's never more than one open because they're trying to make Atlanta look nothing like Atlanta before the World Cup gets here. Just for a few weeks.
Good luck.
Yeah. Finally filling those potholes after a long time.
Just like New York, whole filling season in New York. Call me up, ladies.
I've not, and they have the Waymos. I've not stole a Waymo yet, but I will tell you this. I talked about this during the show over the weekend a little bit, where it's like, if you see a Waymo with nobody in it, don't open the trunk because there's a crackhead that will pop out like a jack in the box.
I seen that. I saw the video of one guy just pops up.
That is where they're sleeping. These are mobile housing units for the homeless is what these things have become.
It's probably a really good ride though, sleeping there, you know?
I'm sure.
That's not getting
they're always driving around the city here, and I see them everywhere.
Have you ever been in one of those like self-driving cars or like a Tesla or anything? I've been in one.
I haven't been in one.
We drove from my house to Atlantic City, which is an hour away, in the self-driving thing. It was insane. It was switching lanes. It was getting onto highway by itself. It was doing everything by itself. It was wild. I was impressed by it. I was nervous as shit because especially when it accelerates onto the highway, it's doing it automatically. And then it was like switching lanes, passing people up. I was like, this is fucking wild.
No, I won't do that. All I'll do is I'll only get in a car driven by a quadriplegic.
Yeah.
Who plays cornhole
and shoots people.
And shoots people. Yeah, I need somebody like that. I think you should be on Trump's security team. Just
absolutely.
Skills he's got. So listen, here, check this video out. I'm gonna show you a couple videos. This is so they've been doing this thing like they're wrapping up the war, which I don't really believe that at all. I hope so. I hope they are.
Yeah, I mean,
but this guy is kind of explaining what the military has consumed during Operation
Epic Fury.
Oh, Fury. Excuse me.
Epic Fury.
Epic Furry. Where's that?
I love these grandiose names that they use too.
I want to get in the writing room of this. Like what names they turn down.
I need to be in the writing room here.
Yeah.
I can I can make this so positive for them.
Yeah, Operation Throat Punch. Like,
See, this is where they fuck up. They got all these bimbos. You just got to put a bimbo up there with tits out, and that's all you need to sell the.
This should be a very beautiful. This should be Anna Pauluna.
Yeah, absolutely.
We stuck more than 13,000 targets, and along with our Gulf partners, we've thus far intercepted 1,700 ballistic missiles and one-way attack drones, defending our forces and our partners in the civilian population. And we remain ready to do so should the need arise. Along the way, we consume more than 6 million meals, and by my estimate, more than 950,000 gallons of coffee, 2 million energy drinks, and a lot of nicotine, but I'm not saying that we have a problem. We stop.
So what's this shot here we're taking at people addicted to all these vices?
Yeah.
What about the cocaine? How many pounds of cocaine? How many bricks were snorted by the good men and women in the military?
This is that type of boomer, like what we were talking about before. This is that boomer humor, you know? Like he thought this was going to hit. He thought he was going to write that.
We don't have a problem.
Yeah. These boys are shooting towel heads and popping zins.
Right. Yeah, well, 15 million Xanax for taking to help sleep.
What an awkward thing. But this is that type of thing. He thinks that was He's like, no, we got to put that into the speech. That's going in.
Somebody forced that in for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
I give the finger to Teslas every time I drive by. Sometimes these Waymos will cut me off in traffic, and I'll just flip off the old lady in the back, or pop the trunk open and drag the crack out.
Just trying to beat up the woman in the back. Like, fuck you, bitch.
You're the reason it did this. Yeah. So,
I mean, we went from the war to trannies to back to the war.
Which there should be, like, I think people, if they're transsexual and they want to go to war, then let them.
Yeah, let them. In fact, I think Frontline is perfect for them.
If that's
confuse the shit out of everybody.
It's just so strange to me. So the whole idea of people should, I get that they want to have like war fighters being in a specific way, but I think you should definitely be ready to go through basic training and for the war-like environment. It's going to be tough. But if you want to do it, then let people do it.
Yeah, because I don't want to do it. Someone's going to do it. I don't want to go out there.
They're raising that age, man. They're reaching my age almost.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Draft stuff.
I'm 43. They're trying for me.
They're close. They're right on the cusp of both of us, dude. I don't want to be in basic training.
No, can you imagine some guy yelling at me at this age? I mean, what are you talking about?
Dude, that's the problem right there. I would do the exercise routine, but some asshole yelling at me.
Yeah, some 24-year-old calling you like, stand up, private shithead, and you're like,
what's the Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah,
it's gonna happen the other way around in that situation. So oh, go ahead.
No, it's just fascinating. Like you see, like Hesgath, who was whatever the fuck his name is, who was a Fox talking head, is leading the Department of War. Renaming it the Department of War, and it's like and Trump has made reference to central casting about his Ratcliffe and everything. Like this guy really, the
good-looking guy,
good-looking guy, great guy, love him, best-looking guy. I would fuck him, maybe not.
I'm not gay, but I'm the best with the gays, but good-looking guy.
Good-looking guy,
The gays love me, the best gay president.
It really was. He was the one waving the flag, so I don't understand when people
said
say
that the other day. He said, I've been the best for the gays. I did my theme song was the gay anthem, but I'm not. But I like the women. But the best gay president.
Yeah, half his staff is probably flaming flugos too. You know,
Sure.
with Rubio and those guys. Who knows what the
Yeah, Rubio and his foam parties. Everybody forgot about those.
Yeah. But they just brushed that on the round. Rubio's like a superstar right now. They're propping him and Vance. It's gonna be him and
Everybody
Vance.
loves the meme they do.
Yeah,
with
where
him
they
on the
keep
chair.
changing. Yeah, keep
Right.
changing. Him and Vance is the ticket they're gonna push next, I think.
What a weird ticket.
Yeah, right. I mean, this is as bad as Republicans look now. It's amazing that if you're a Democrat, you should be foaming right now. Like, oh my God, this is a great time. And then you look at that side, it's like AOC Newsom, and it's like, what the fuck? They got nothing, and they're not. I'm not convinced they're gonna win the midterms either. You know,
I'm not. It's awful. And then if you're like, well, maybe I'll vote for a third party. Both sides are like, you don't have right to say anything. You're just voting for the enemy if you do that.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is I forgot which politician was a former president, but he was like involved throughout his political career with like 30 different parties back in the day. And this is like the 1930s and 40s. You know, there was like the Buffalo Men Party, and then there was like different types of parties the whole time that you can keep switching back and forth. Now it's just consolidated to just two now, you know?
Yeah. No, they all switch to just based on whatever, and then they yell at you. Like Trump switched. Trump was a Democrat.
Oh, yeah.
Nature Boy says he's got a new idea for it's called Waymo Effin'. And they're already equipped with the cameras and the microphone system. So this could be a good OnlyFans.
Oh, like a bang bus type of thing.
Right. Yeah. So it's like if you don't have a basement to do your OnlyFans in, maybe you rent a Waymo.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have it set up. Maybe there's a seat it opens up, has a
I remember when Bang Bus
a double-sided ceasefire comes out.
Remember when Bang Bus first came out, everybody was like, no, they're just picking up chicks.
About? I've never heard of that.
Well, let me give you the rundown. All right. They pretended to pick up a chick off the side of the road and then bang her in the bus. Hence Bang Bus. Yeah. And it looked totally real and convinced people that you can just drive around Miami and pick up girls and bang them in a bus.
Around and say, hey, when I get in and
yeah, here's $100. They're like throwing money at her.
What? Get away from me.
It's never worked for me ever.
Lindsey Graham's chasing the bus like, I'll take 100.
One thing though, I do the fucking, all right?
Oh, whatever, I'll do it. It's fine. I got plenty. Vote for me.
No, but
So,
I think as light as we're making it, it's coming. Dark times are coming. You know, it's clear as day. Financially, economically, I think they're coming. There's kind of like soft launching it for us.
So when the ceasefire hit, I didn't notice because I didn't get gas today, but they say oil prices went down. I'm sure they'll go back up if it stops. You're talking like economic crash?
Yeah, like an economic crash. Because I do think that you know they're investing billions of dollars into this USD, the digital money. They've already invested billions into it. They have to roll it out somehow, and I think the only way is by giving a stimulus package for it.
Giving everybody
like
some
US
crypto?
digital, yeah, some crypto, like in USD crypto, and I think that's the way they'll roll it out and giving you like, hey, here's 10,000, but you can only use it in where we tell you
$6 tomorrow.
Yeah, yep, and they
Then
can
it'll be
manipulate that.
12,000 the next day. Then it'll be worth 500. Do
Well,
you think it'll stabilize? It basically turn it into the dollar.
It'll turn it into the dollar slowly. I think that's eventually where it's going because you can't sustain this this economy like what's going on. It's fake. It's fake. But there's no way around it.
Printing money.
Yes. So I think they have to eventually do it, and I think a lot of people will be on board with it. I mean, it's gonna be there, whether we see it in our lifetime or the next generation does. It's gonna happen.
What about Bitcoin? What will happen with Bitcoin if they go with the USD?
I'm not too sure.
Crypto.
Bitcoin will always be there, though. And I haven't really gone into the history of Bitcoin or researched it much, but from what I gather, it's probably a U.S. government operation, or
probably,
a Five Eyes, CIA type of operation, to bring about this type of, this type of economy. But I think Bitcoin would probably be like the oil reserve almost, kind of keeping the market steady, But I'm not, I'm no economic genius, I'm podcasting from a room in Jersey.
I mean, I got a major in econ and I know nothing about economics. like most people, but that got econ majors. But it doesn't make any. I don't. So all of money to me is just what people value, what people will accept.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's, if a
you
lot
know,
of people agree that it's worth something, then it's worth something.
and they've done great propaganda to make us go into this material life and say we need all the nice things and need the cars and the clothes, and you got the girls with the fat asses promoting shit. Like this is the propaganda. They've been doing it for years, and that's the I don't want to sound like a religious person and be like, we need to get back with God and community and everything else, but that is the only way to get back to normal. You kind of shut off everything else.
Like nature, it's not rely on it, and not Ted Kaczynski. He had some of the right. He diagnosed the problems correctly in many ways. He might have been an incel and never got laid, and his solutions were extreme. But his diagnosis of problems.
So he sent out a couple packages. I mean, come on.
It was an explosive marketing campaign, is what it was.
I'll be here all night, ladies and
He got
gentlemen.
his book published. That's all. It's funny because he says in the book that he didn't even try the regular marketing avenues. He's just like, I don't think these will work. Let me blow some shit up.
He was doing it for a while too, right? It was like 5 years, right?
Like over. I think it was like over. I think it was like 15 years.
Really? Yeah. That's interesting.
Living in a cabin, using the bathroom in a hole.
And then he was part of like MK Ultra, they were saying, right?
He was. So people will say it wasn't officially MK Ultra, but it was the same guy who organized MK Ultra through OSS back in the day, doing the same program of psychological torture at Harvard when Kaczynski was 16, I believe, because he was smart, so he got in at a young age. And it was like a humiliation ritual. So part of it was they would get all of these subjects to write their wildest sexual fantasies down, all the things that would embarrass you if it was known publicly. And then they would have these law students come in and have them debate over some subject. And then through the course of the debate, the law students had all these humiliating things they wrote, and they would just humiliate them. Just like brutalize it. And he was part of this for 2 or 3 years. And really kind of seems like a revenge tour he went on.
You think?
I do. I wonder if he brought a date back to that cabin ever. He's like, the bathroom's right here on the ground. If you could need anything, just move the bomb over there. And there's, I don't have any food. I have some.
I got some tuna.
I have a can of tuna.
Yeah.
If you like to read my manifesto.
What's the Stacey Abrams erotica?
We're gonna close out with that. Let me show you one more thing. See, I knew you'd be excited about Stacey
I'm excited.
Listen, I wouldn't do this with anybody else.
Stacey Abrams is my cup of tea or coffee.
God, dude, me and you both. She could have us both, and we wouldn't even know. Like at the same time, we could be on opposite.
She's the lady that in Eminem. You remember that song, "As the World Turns"? She swallowed my whole leg going like an egg. She runs into the fat when he talks about running into the fat chick.
Yeah.
That's Stacey Abrams.
One of the shows I just riffed about Stacey. I actually was gonna do one joke about Stacey Abrams, and then I didn't because for some reason I was like maybe I felt maybe I shouldn't because I should have, but then I just went into another one that was just as inappropriate. Where
And
I
then you're like,
started
you might as well
talking
should've
about
went with the
how
Abrams.
if the shit hits the fan, me and 50 other guys are hiding in her womb. Because there's a whole civilization in there that if you want to get off the grid, you get in Stacey's vagina. That nobody will find you.
Some guy greets you with a lantern. Welcome. Welcome.
That's how you get off the grid right there. It's the only place to survive.
Didn't Trump say that one of the aircraft carriers were named after her?
It lands in. That's where the mother of all bombs is kept, is in Stacey Abrams' vagina. The only indestructible force on the planet. So, all right, let's go. Let's do erotica. We're here. Let's do it.
Yeah. We're all primed up. I got a half hard on going. Let's go.
Part of the what is it called? Midas Touch. You ever heard of that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Program? Those dudes. So those dudes they established their organization back in 2020. And they have millions of followers now. And they're 3 brothers who one of them was like a Diddy lawyer. The other one represented Colin Kaepernick. Two of them are lawyers, and the other one worked on Ellen DeGeneres' show. And their entire organization was created to stop Trump from being elected. So it's like more progressive than even MS Now, I would say. It's a very propagandistic organization, which can get you a lot of money and would explain why they got so popular. Millions of followers so quickly. It was announced today by them that they're moving it up a level because they just got a huge influx of money from the Soros Foundation, who also gave a bunch of money to the Pod Bro brothers, the Obama scriptwriters, the crooked media people, which Stacey Abrams does a podcast with that became popular overnight. And they also gave a bunch of money, the Soros Fund did. His son is now in charge of it, to it's called Audacity, which is another progressive-leaning network. I just thought that was interesting because the narrative has been about the 80% of media control that Larry Ellison and all these his organizations and their influence is going to have, which is definitely something, it's newsworthy for sure. And something that's to be worried about. But the Soros Fund, the Soros family, they are still influencing things in this alternative. I mean, this is a podcast. They're talking about Paramount Plus. We're talking about streaming services with Larry Ellison.
Yeah. We're talking about like mainstream there. This is the local level here.
That's right. This is the podcasting world where they try and mimic the authenticity of the most authentic people.
I remember when that Midas Touch were like, they've surpassed Rogan. Like they're doing more.
They're
numbers
huge. It's crazy.
And they were like, when people were arguing, like they were showing like Rogan #2 next to these guys. They'd be like, see, Rogan doesn't have enough. Like the whole Rogan thing is like, Joe Rogan's been the same for the last 20 years. I used to listen to him when he used to do his show with what's his name? Brian Redband. He used to do a show from his like house, and they did it on like MySpace, and they did it on a chat board, like a message board. And he's been talking the same way for the last. Now he's getting to be an older man, and like people in their 50s, they sound like Rogan. Same way, repeating themselves, talking about the same thing.
Anybody big, there's going to be an attempt to co-opt them. So if he doesn't say, this is the thing about the alternative conspiratorial media or community, is if one person says something that somebody views as wrong, it's like he must be a controlled op of some sort.
Yeah.
Anybody with big influence, there's going to be an attempt to influence them, and you're always vulnerable to being influenced. All of us are.
Yeah.
And when it comes to Rogan, Rogan, he seems authentic to me. Doesn't mean he can't be influenced by somebody. He doesn't seem like somebody in on some influence campaign.
Yeah. He seems like somebody, if he goes, hey, listen, can you just let up a little on that?
Right. You're aware. So he's aware of what not everybody is like you and me, where we just start with the assumption that our show is going to get demonetized and maybe a strike on YouTube.
Yeah.
Automatically. Some people are trying to make money.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever.
I'm like,
20 people watch me. I'm good with that.
Yeah. So I don't fault.
Yeah, and I'm also saying this: the minute somebody throws money at me, all of a sudden I'm putting on a bow tie and talking about Trump. He's Hitler. Within seconds. $1 million? Sure, no problem.
Okay, yeah, so Stacey's part of that network that got that influx of money. And I've known for a long time that Stacey she used to be a secret romance novel writer.
Oh, wow.
Now she now puts her, let me make this bigger. She now puts her names on it because she has come out doing it. She's also been invited to Bilderberg again.
Mm-hmm. I just saw they released the list of all the Bilderberg people.
Yeah, they had the Bilderberg list, and she's on it again. And I was asked by a friend of mine, what is she? What's their use with that? I don't remember how he asked it, but she hasn't been in the news that much lately. Well, she's important to them every election cycle because she has this infrastructure where she registers young black people to vote in a way where it just guarantees the vote is going to be for whoever the bus she sends to pick them up on voting day, has the name on the side of it, basically.
Now, did you wait online for that book and get it signed?
I just got sent to me. I've gotten a couple of her books sent to me because I talk about her all the time. But yeah, look, if I didn't, I would have.
Yeah,
I do have one autographed one.
I could see you at the Barnes and Nobles on a foldable chair. Can't
actually
wait.
Do like a friend of mine, Dana, sent me an autograph version of one of Stacey's books, which is hilarious. I would wait out all night
Just
Me
say,
and
yeah,
two
can you
other
make it
people.
to Brad?
I'd bring her a Baconator,
Oh yeah, forget it.
eat it together.
She'd probably bite
So
your hand off.
I'm I'm just gonna read you like 2.5 pages of this. And
Just don't do it in a sultry voice.
oh, well, what are we doing? What are we even doing?
If we're gonna do this, we got to go all in. You know.
We got to be dramatic about it. I want you, while I'm reading it, because this is how she describes it when she did an interview with Seth Meyers a few years ago. Seth Meyers. She writes characters that she would be if she were not a politician. So the black women that are the main characters in these stories that are in these romance scenes,
Or who
you
she
need to
would want
picture
be.
Stacey Abrams
Okay.
while I'm reading this.
All right.
So
So let me
everybody listening,
picture-
envision Stacey.
grimace with a dress.
Grimace with a dress and a heart of gold, trying to find the truth. Let's see. Make sure I get the right. I tried to find the.
Hold on, honey. Can you give me some lube?
Yeah, make sure you're ready.
Yeah, let's get ready.
This is gonna happen real fast here. Okay, I feel like this is a good place to start. Cat. Sebastian felt his undoing and hauled her away. They rolled together, bodies sliding in erotic counterpoint, angles nestling curves, soft seeking hard. Blood raged and drove him to thrill, to suckle and caress until aches became pleasure, became a fantastic despair that consumed them both. With care, Sebastian readied her, drawing the moist response that swam in his head like a fiery whiskey. He tightened, seduced by the rhythms of shaking hips, the lure of steamy skin whose scent enthralled. Overwhelmed, he struggled for the distance that made sex pleasurable and physical, with no question of commitment, of love. He couldn't find it, could only grasp the lure of advance and retreat, of a joining that seemed endless, weightless, forever. Needing to give her ecstasy, he stroked at the taut nub that slicked beneath his touch.
The fuck? Who's
What
reading
is he
this?
talking about? What is he talking about?
That doesn't even sound like sex anymore.
Next
It sounds
time
like
you're in an
it's-
intimate. Next time you're in an intimate setting, I want
Yeah,
you to say,
Can you find my
"Oh,
my
say, hey, where's
nub?
the taut nub?
Yeah.
Where's your taut nub, babe?"
Yeah. Babe, do you feel my rough nub rubbing against your inner moistness?
She's like, "Yes, I do."
Do you find the horizontal angles in our sultry
Yeah, she
sweat?
writes it so mathematically.
Yeah, the similes and metaphors are killing me, right? That's why I was laughing. It's like everything's like and
Yeah, I like that he couldn't find it. He's trying to grasp.
yeah.
He's
Well,
grasping at the lure.
This
at the
guy doesn't
lure of the
understand.
nub.
She's Stacey Abrams. You're fucking anything on there. It doesn't matter where you stick it.
And as a taut nub too, are we talking about the the Dolores? Or is that rhymes with, or are we talking about
Dolores.
some trans thing going? You got the Seinfeld reference.
Yeah, I got it.
Frantic to devour, he savored her.
Wait.
Building-
Is he eating vagina now?
No, he's still
Oh,
needing
okay.
to give her ecstasy, and he
All right.
stroked at the taut nub that.
Well, I'm so
slipped beneath
misogynistic.
his touch.
There's
You
no
know-
vagina eating here, right?
Right,
I'm
we're not even
misogynistic.
there.
Yeah.
No, I think he's trying to do a little digital action here.
Okay. All right.
Needing to give her ecstasy, he stroked at the taut nub that slicked beneath his touch. Frantic to devour, he savored her, building a dangerous fire with careful motions, entering in triumph as her nails sank into his skin, demanding speed and consummation. More, Sebastian, more, Cat writhed in glorious anguish. Too close, too ready. Look at me, Sebastian eased out in a slow, endless motion. Waiting until her eyes opened, focused their amber passion on him. Unable to stop him unwilling to lie, he murmured, "Let me love you."
Hey, gentlemen, that works all the time, by the way. Whenever you're intimate with women, I want you to stop and say, "Let me love you."
Let me love you. Where's your nub? She cradled his head, brought his mouth to hers, and understood what he didn't yet. Yes. He thrust deep, control broken, shattered, again and again, deeper and hotter and further than fantasy. I just want to remind people that this is Stacey Abrams. You need to be picturing.
Yeah. And right now he's entered her armpit.
And this is probably a Democrat staffer
Yeah.
in her armpit. With urgency, she accepted him, fascinated by the power, and for a moment she wavered, wondering if she was prepared. Wow. In the next second, she knew she could never be. Kat moved beneath him, her body too full to stay motionless, their mouths coupled, imitating the dance that frenzied her limbs, wrapping her into him. Sebastian flew above her. What a pretentious name.
I know,
Democrat
Sebastian.
Staffer.
Yeah.
Sebastian flew above her, driven to claim and imprint himself forever. God.
By the way, these genres are so popular amongst middle-aged white women. It's insane. It's insane.
They just said I needed the context and it made it worse. Yes. Groove Minutes is edited by Kamala, quite possibly. All right, back into the action here. Oh, wow. This is about to get good. Let me go back a paragraph here. Kat moved beneath him.
You know what's funny is there's a picture of Stacey Abrams on the back of the book as you're reading it.
Fantastic. Let's make sure that's...
Yeah, that's visible right there. So you can really get the hold of the rapture that's coming.
There we go. Rapture that P. Kat moved beneath him, her body too full to stay motionless, her mouths coupled, imitating the dance that frenzied her limbs, wrapped her into him. Sebastian flew above her, driven to claim and imprint himself forever. He nuzzled her breast, finding the wild beats, and pressed a kiss just there, sealing his fate. He stretched her, drained her, completed her.
Completed her?
After stretching and draining her.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the 3-step process. You want to stretch, drain, then complete.
That's going to be her campaign slogan if she runs again.
Stretch, drain, complete. That's what we're going to do to get him out of office.
Together, the coming overtook them, flung them beyond the tangle of bodies, beyond the desperate desires of heart, into everything. That's the end of the paragraph. Kate propped her chin. This is afterwards. This is post-coital. Propped her chin onto Sebastian's damp chest.
My man's sweating like Ewing at the foul line.
The teak flesh stretched taut over, well, she's just taught a lot, over ridges of muscle. Sated, she struggled to keep her eyes open, refusing to succumb to the drag of sleep. She turned her head to see this man, now her lover. Lover, a word she'd used to describe men before, but not too often and never like him, like Sebastian. Sleepy, she murmured. You can't sleep, honey. His hand traced idle patterns along her naked back, his mind racing, thinking about how natural she felt beneath his arm, beneath his mouth. A sensation disturbingly similar to contentment, to contentment wound lazily through him. A sensation disturbingly similar to contentment wound lazily through him. It's interesting. Yeah. But not yet. Sebastian, she said. Their lips meet, and he rolled beneath, and he rolled her beneath him. Sleep later, Kat. Much, much later. Slowly, methodically, deliberately, he kindled fire, built longing, and joined them together, determined to imprint himself on her every fiber, her every pore. Sebastian! Fly with me, Kat! He tasted and reveled in the breaking of her beneath as he kissed every secret place. Wait a minute. He tasted and reveled in the breaking of her beneath as he kissed every secret place, groaned in delighted agony with the aches she created, and eased as she feasted on his flesh. Now that's Stacey Abrams.
Yeah, absolutely. I can see her peppering it first.
All right, 2 more paragraphs and we'll...
Yeah, this is getting real hot right now.
Again and again, in the dark, they came together, drawn again to find answers, to find satisfaction. So again and again, this guy's just coming all night.
Bro, this guy's
come
he's
on,
a
give me
legend right
break,
here. This
dude.
guy,
Who's
bro.
guy?
This guy's like,
This
you're
guy
not
came
sleeping
like
yet.
8
Yeah.
times in 2 pages.
It's not happening in real life. I'm lucky to go one time, and my wife's like,
Come
"You ready to
on,
go
dude.
again? Get out of here, sweetheart. Come on."
This is a fantasy, Stacey. The beginning of the next chapter, it continues. Naked, Caitlin inched forward, searching out the solid, sleek engine of a body that had pleased and ravished her for endless, blissful hours.
Hours.
So what if I meet Stacey Abrams and I talk to her like this? Am I going to get in trouble?
No, absolutely not. She'll bring you close to her central chest. And
I told Grok what was in this book, and I said exactly what she said. And Grok seemingly got mad at me the way its tone was. It said, that's inappropriate. And I said, what? She can't be sexual? And it said, no, she can be, but what you're saying, and it called me racist. I'm like, I'm literally telling you what she wants and likes in her book. And it was like, okay, maybe she's not a fiction. I'm like, I'm telling you, she's a dirty,
oh
and
yeah,
it was very descriptive, just like Sebastian.
All I can think about is a fucking crab that sings right now when you say Sebastian from Little Mermaid.
I think that's what this character is based on.
Ah, Stacey. Welcome, Stacey. Let me enter you.
She does. She's a big movie buff. I mean that physically and metaphorically. Blindly, she patted at the still warm place where Sebastian had lain. Her questing hands tapped in an empty mattress. In the fog of her mind registered his absence with sleepy dismay. Where'd you go? All right, and that's it. I'm not going to go into the next part because somebody busts in and finds this person naked. I would like to do this. I'd like to be at a Stacey Abrams like town hall and be like, Stacey, do you think the questing hands of the government tapped an entry mattress and really, slipped across the moisture of the foggy mind that she registered in the absence of true regulation? Just put all of her language into questions.
It's just at a town hall meeting. Yes, thank you. My name's Brad, and I was wondering, as we were looking for the nub, as we were viciously rubbing on the nub,
what was the three? It was like drain, moisture,
drain. No, we got to find it. Drain, complete. The end is completion.
Drained, completed. I've lost my place in the book. It drained me so much, I dropped the book. This book is disgusting, by the way. This entire book is disgusting. This is what I do for you people. This is what I do for those watching the shows. I read this disgusting material. Yeah. This is a politician that was the face of the Democrat Party.
Yeah, she was tapped. She was tapped to be the next best
to be the next president.
Yeah.
And what would she be doing in the Lincoln bedroom based on this writing?
Fucking poor Sebastian.
Sebastian is like the gimp. It's just being abused. I want to know who Sebastian is based off of.
Oh, it's got to be on somebody. Lindsey Graham, probably.
Oh my God. Dude.
Can you imagine? Stacey.
So, dude, so that made me think of this other story. Then we're going to get out of here of that act that was passed a while ago that was about, what was it? Oh, the Take It Down Act, where it was Melania, she kind of pushed it, and it's where they can arrest people for making images, like sexual images, to intimidate people or about children, which absolutely you should be able to do that using deep fakes and stuff like that, which, I mean, that's people are creeps who do that. But the language of the act is kind of broad, so it is going to rope in satire. And so that's, you wonder where the line for that's going to be. Me personally, because I've made a number of images of Stacey Abrams carrying Governor Brian Kemp of Georgia like a baby.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen, yeah.
So I don't want to be falling into this act here. I want to get targeted.
Oh, you're done. See you later.
I'm done.
I'm done. It's over for you.
I made a bunch of those. where they're in love and they're kissing and they're both wearing two-piece bathing suits.
Can you imagine her in a tube? Jesus. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, I can, because Grok is not Grok. I mean, it's imagined it for me.
Yeah. That's that's where it's all headed too, with the when you got the whole like, oh, it's the Jews thing going on for the last 4 years, which, I mean, if you've been a part of it, we've been doing it for the last 20 years, but for the last 4 years it's become popular, with the Jake Shields podcast and
Really
Bilzerian. It's become, and that's where it goes. They start doing these little laws, and then they come back, they'll try to pass them, and then they'll go, all right, maybe this way didn't, but we'll keep taking shots at it, and eventually it'll go through. Like you said, oh, we're trying to protect kids. But then it's just
so that's always been my problem with Candace is they make things so black and white in the way people argue about it online that anybody trying to point out the nuance of what is going on gets eviscerated and called a 7K shill or an anti-Semite.
Yeah.
When I'm in terms of Candace, and it connects to that, I'm not connected to the outcome of any of this investigation. What I'm pointing out is that this is being used already in court through defamation lawsuits to clump all conspiracy theories with conspiracy theories that can be disproven, and therefore make all conspiracy theories anti-Semitic, conflate them all together, which they do in the McCrone lawsuit. And the McCrone lawsuit is not just about the whole thing, the dick thing. It's about like 8 other things.
Yeah.
People don't realize that. And
all you need is case law. That's all you
right.
need. All you need in court is case law, and it to be on the record, and then anybody can use it in any other state and just point to, Binkley versus Georgia. You know what I mean? Right. That's where they set the precedent, and that's where it starts.
And they're suing people already for what could be interpreted as satire.
Yeah.
And I know in Florida, maybe New York. And so that's always been my concern, is that they bait people into going to the extreme and attacking anybody who doesn't, and then kind of
or monetizing it on
demise.
X, or getting you paid on X for it.
That's what X. That's the incentive structure, isn't it?
Yeah.
You gotta be. You just gotta be. You can't. You got to be the most extreme all the time. You got to attack people.
Yeah. You'll if you are on X and you do anything racial, you'll get boosted instantly.
Totally.
Yeah, instantly boosted. Don't go out there and start dropping N-bombs, people. But I'm just saying, it's probably not a bad way to go if you're looking for a couple extra bucks.
I mean, it's not. It's true. It's actually true that if you have a video of you, this is multiple people. We saw the one video of the white trash, kind of good looking blonde girl.
Yeah, dropping the
the Indian guy who was filming her, who said it like 8 times first. He's like, you said, the N-word. You called that kid the N-word. And he said, like the Indian dude says it like 8 times. He's trying to get her. He says it over and over again. Then finally she's like, yeah, I said the N-word. And then she gets harassed, and she raises what? Like $700,000 on Give, Send, Go. Yep. And then you see other people doing what appears to be staged things to me. To create the same thing to raise much less money. But
think about that. Somebody approaches you, you're like, you know what? I'll be the fall guy. No problem. Yeah, I'm in.
They were probably working together, was my thought the whole time. Yeah,
probably. I mean,
I just always thought that was wild, because the guy filming said it like 8 times to get her to say it.
Staged, It's funny, but because even like relationship videos that are clearly staged, they're getting millions of views. Like, oh, I caught my boyfriend in bed with me. You know what I mean? Like, you've seen those videos of the camera staged. Like, how do you think
it's like is it a real? Are you talking about the real ones or the
fake ones? They try to, like, they're in bed and there's a camera tripod obviously set up in bed. And I caught him staring at his phone. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You got to. If my wife set up a tripod right before we go to bed, honey, what are we doing here?
It's like, why is that stuffed animal on a tripod?
Let me log into Chatterbait and then we can open some tokens here at least. You know what I mean?
So that's the thing that has really gotten probably a lot of people in trouble for real, though, where everything logs in all the time to all your devices. You leave a device laying around somewhere.
Forget it. Oh, yeah, I know. I don't connect nothing to no, because I don't need I have friends like you who would text me something and it's not going to make sense to my wife if she sees it. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, dude. So, dude chats. And I even tell my friends sometimes, like, you're going to have to delete it, because I know that their girlfriend or wife, they have this relationship where they're always checking each other's their devices.
My wife would never look at my stuff, because I talk ridiculous to her because she could only imagine what other men are saying to me, you know?
And dudes, but we're just messing around.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
yeah.
a dude chat is just us being children.
Yeah.
And
We're calling each
sending-
other gay all the time.
right
For no reason. Like, oh,
And-
I went to the store. Oh, that's real gay.
Right. And a woman will be like, what? So you go meet a gay guy at a store? It's just like, no, we're not. It's not real. We're just being
No.
stupid.
Why did your friend say you blew him by the butcher? I don't understand.
Right.
Honey,
well,
I was
because
just
we
saying.
calling him a fag is what we're doing.
That's it.
We send it. And, I'm guilty of sending there'll be a video where it'll be like a hot chick with big boobs. And then the video is she's like dancing. And then it holds up a thing and goes, if you like these, and then it holds up and says, you're gay.
Yeah.
But if somebody checks their boyfriend's phone, they're like, why are you getting all these titty pictures?
Yeah, I don't
It's like,
understand.
did you watch till the end?
You guys are disgusting.
Yeah, we are. We're guys.
Yeah, we're the filthiest people in the world. Especially if
Yeah.
you're close friends with someone, the group chats become so personal. So like we're just hammering each
Personal,
other.
insulting.
Yeah.
It's like fold up and suck yourself off. Stuff like that all the time. It's like, you're folding up and blowing yourself? Oh, because I don't do it good enough? It's the wife.
You got to talk to your friends. This is so strange. And then you break up, and all of a sudden they're calling you a homosexual. Like, I swear I saw him and his friends.
They're
They were
making the
talking-
TikTok video. Here's this message where he talks about blowing himself.
Yeah. I seen it. Look, I have proof. I have receipts. I have brought receipts to show that Reef.
That's Candace. This
blow-
is what
yeah.
Candace does.
She's the greatest grifter of all time.
I agree.
She's
I
Hall
think
of
she's very
Fame.
good at it.
She's Hall of Fame #1, and she's able to do it because she's pretty, and she'll just look at the camera and go, "Yeah, think about that."
And she's black.
And she's black, and she can get away.
Yeah.
And then when they do that still shot of her, she makes a point, and then she just pauses and goes,
Yeah, where if you disagree with that expression, you just get eviscerated.
"Yeah, oh
She
yeah,
inverts reality and so that's what's crazy about it is because she says things that are true. I
Yeah,
made a
yeah.
video. I cut it short for one of my shows where I just said that I believe things that Candace Owens says sometimes, and I believe things that Ben Shapiro says sometimes, but I don't believe anything that either of them say because they say it.
yeah."
I believe it because it's something that I have corroborated
Yeah,
myself.
like
'cause
message over messenger.
I something I believed before, which both of them, especially Candace, she co-ops like, oh, the moon landing conspiracy to kind of make the audience go, oh, she believes what I believe, and then she says things about the Jews that people agree with and they want to get attention to, but then she will start slipping in a bunch of just crazy stuff that's disprovable. I didn't want to say crazy, but things that's easily disprovable or that are an inversion of reality, and then people, because I know people who are like, I don't care if she's lying to people because she's focusing on Israel. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but isn't that what Fauci did? Didn't he? He didn't care, so he lied because he just wanted to focus on the vaccine. Isn't that the same thing you used to hate? Is that type of ends justify the means?
No.
And it just drives me crazy. 'cause
It's funny because even when Candace was getting right after the Charlie Kirk thing, because since she really started going after Israel, and even my girl was like, "Wow, I was listening to Candace. She was interesting." I was like, "No, turn that shit right off." I said to her,
Dude.
I was like, "She's like, why? She's making sense." I'm like, "Don't buy into it. I'm telling you right now, it's a dangerous." And she had those middle-aged white women on lock.
She's
Still
got the
does.
mommy sleuths, dude.
Yeah, she's got them on lock. They ride
They
for her.
harass people for her.
Yeah, they ride for her.
I know some people who are. I've done a show with somebody who I agree with a lot of things on, but who was totally
Candace
just
supporter.
all
Huh?
in on Candace. And it's
First,
just-
if you're a dude and you support a woman, hey, what are we doing?
that's yeah.
Hey, just saying.
The dudes that are riding that out, they're grifting off of that wave.
Oh, yeah,
in
absolutely.
my opinion, there's no
You know?
way some of that stuff, like some of her theories that are like, I know that they were having marital problems because of the claim that their kid was up in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. Kids are trained sleepers, okay? That's obviously a lie, and it's like that's an inversion of reality.
Yeah.
to tell people that.
Yeah, like all kids are on a schedule at the same time.
Like to make it seem as though if a kid wakes up in the middle of the night is a lie. to say that when kids wake up in the middle. I mean, it's just the craziest.
No, it's wild. What did you think of the Drewski skit that got? I didn't find it. I personally didn't really find.
I didn't think.
I don't find them funny.
I don't care that he did it. Like,
no, I don't give a shit.
I think Eric is weird too.
Yeah, I think
Eric is very weird.
I think there's a lot of nuance when it comes to Erica Kirk. Also,
he's kind of like autistic or something.
I just don't find it funny. Like, you know, he was like, he has a dating show where he's banging like bulls, like lesbian bulls.
He's having sex with lesbian bulls?
Yeah, like he brings them on, like studs, lesbian studs. And that's the correct term. Sorry, I apologize to all the studs out there. But that's the problem. He's like got him on his dating show, and he's got like porn stars, and then he's picking the studs, and he had a baby with one of them.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
A lesbian stud?
Yeah, a lesbian stud.
Oh, that's who his baby is with.
Yeah, a lesbian stud. It's a wild thing. But I don't find him that funny. So I
don't find him that funny either. I don't care that what he did with that.
Yeah.
And
it was weird how once again you have to pick a side. Either it was really funny or you just hate comedy.
I can support anybody doing anything. I think people. I don't have a problem. People do blackface. I don't care. I don't care if people do whiteface.
If it's funny, I don't care.
Any of it.
Yeah. If it's funny, like I found that skit just again surface level.
Easy.
What you're getting, it was easy. Exactly.
So, it was easy to play to that audience space.
Yeah, and it's a space that they're wanting some kind of like a content when it comes to that topic. But like
a bunch of people thought that she had responded to it and threatened to sue him.
Yeah,
I had people come tell me that, and I said that wasn't real.
Yeah, there's no way.
That was like, and they said Drewski responded to her. I said, yeah, well, what he responded to wasn't her.
Yeah,
that was a post. It wasn't.
Yeah. But you think Erica Kirk, who's involved with a multi-billion-dollar national corporation, doesn't have lawyers that can sift this out? Come on.
It's just. Well, why would she sue Drewski and not Candace?
Yeah.
It just doesn't. People aren't thinking when they're, and she's probably going to sue Candace.
Didn't her and Candace do a live show together, like a podcast?
They met up together.
Yeah, they met up together. Yeah.
And Candace portrays it one way. We haven't really heard the portrayal from her, but what it seems to be, based on what Candace says, was Erica's lawyers doing like a face-to-face cease and desist type thing.
Yeah.
Now,
I can see when it comes to Erica Kirk, like I can be the devil's advocate and be like, well, she was a woman who was thrown into a position and she had to keep this money train rolling. Like, what are you going to do when you're in that position?
I mean, that whole organization, is that organization to me has been like a crooked organization that uses Christianity to, I think, just bring in to grift a bunch of money. That's what I've always thought of them as.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's what I thought of Charlie Kirk as. That doesn't mean that they don't believe in the religion. I don't know them personally, but just what I've seen them do over the years before any of this happened, that's what I always thought of them. That's why I even felt bad when he died, because I'd just been going hard at him because of how much I thought that place, it was like an arranged marriage grift type thing.
Yeah.
Which Candace on the other side of that is like, oh yeah, all these people's relationships are so weird, and it's like I didn't even have to.
Her own relationship is fucking
to the
weird.
Gay guy from the UK who gives you $100 million,
who was ahead of the Turning Point USA in UK. You know what I mean?
It's just all like it's the ability to, and the Trump administration and probably all governments in their countries too. I think they don't care, and Candace doesn't care that the hypocrisy can be so quickly exposed and things that aren't true can be so quickly exposed because they're so confident in their ability to flood information onto people with modern technology that they don't even care. They don't even care anymore.
No,
and you're just screaming into the wind when you're pointing out how people like Ian Carroll and all these other cocksuckers are just doing the same grift after grift because they're so good at just appealing to that base level.
I got friends that are like, Ian Carroll's like a fucking, he's the songbird of our generation. You know what I mean? Like they think he's great.
People
no,
he can.
Yeah. And I'm like, he's just literally, he saved probably YouTube videos from the 90s and he's like in the 2000s and he's like just regurgitating them. He's not even giving
them. And he does the thing where like that video that people or audio where it went viral. And it was like, here's Erica Kirk from the Epstein files talking to Epstein about trafficking. This was like 3 weeks ago, maybe. And all these people made it go viral. I heard that, or I saw that story, and my instant reaction was, that's way too on the nose to be true. I'm going to listen to it and see what I think. But that was my instant reaction. And within an hour before I even got a chance to get home and listen to it. It had
It got
been
deleted, right? He took it
No,
down.
it was another girl that was in the files. It wasn't her. It was like there was somebody else who it was. But Ian Carroll had shared it and said, like, this sure sounds a lot like Eric, because he's a voice analyst, I guess. It sounds a lot like Eric. And he gets all of these shares and all of these comments and all of this engagement and all this money.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's about. He gets all of this money, but he does these qualifications where it sure sounds a lot. And then the defense was, I never said it was her. I said it sure sounds like her.
Yeah.
And what a cocksucker.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Of
These people
course.
know what they're doing.
They're media trained. These guys are probably, alphabet agency trained, most likely too.
Mhm.
That's where it comes. That's probably where it comes from. To begin with, was probably
They're
all
like,
these
I'll
people say.
debate anybody.
Yeah.
No, you won't. You
No,
won't
stop
actually-
it. You're gonna
You
debate one of
won't
your
debate
friends that you
anybody.
talk to already, and you're gonna have this fake debate.
Nobody debates anybody.
I go down
really.
the debate like, who's this guy? Andrew Wilson. You ever see it? He does the Crucible.
Yeah.
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 I-
He does the
I-
one with all the girls sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, and like I'll listen to them talk, and I have no fucking clue what they're talking about.
Yeah, I don't either.
Like,
What's your body count?
Not even that, but they're like bringing up stuff like words and stuff that I've never heard of before.
Yeah.
And I'm like, am I this retarded? I got to be this stupid because I don't even know what they're talking about.
I don't know half of that either. They use
That was a great grift that I just missed on, just getting a bunch of women and just shitting on them. Like I did it my whole life.
Get all these
Whores.
women who are 250 pounds and they're wearing, bikinis way too small for them and be like, hey, you want to come do a podcast? Of course she wants to come do a podcast.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, you get some OnlyFans chick and you're like, yo, you want to come on? There's going to be millions of views tonight.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I'll come on.
And
I mean, while they're going,
a 1 out of 10. Are you a
Yeah.
6 or 7? Are you a 10? And you
See,
just
that's
pay
the problem. You women are whores. See, that's the problem. And then you get the guy going, here's the problem. Name 3 countries. See, this is why you want a top tier man, but you can't name 3 countries,
We missed out on a lot of grifts, dude.
But think about that. That Fresh and Fit, when it first came out, it was interesting. Because if you're a ladies' man, like myself was, if you were a ladies' man, you met women like this who were dumb as rocks, but they were beautiful. So you were able to just, you're like, yeah, whatever. And then you connected with that as you're listening to these podcasts. But okay, 1 episode, fucking 3 years of the same episode, bro. Like it's still going on strong.
And people drain that fucking, cash cow, dude. It's like Pierce Morgan. He's the the virtual version of Jerry Springer.
Oh man, that was embarrassing. When that guy from the PBD Peanut Butter and Jelly podcast, fucking what was the Adam Sosnick? He got murdered by Dave Smith. First of all, if you're getting annihilated by Dave Smith, he shouldn't be in this fucking platform at all, bro.
The whole debate bros thing is, it's that con that I referenced a moment ago, so for Dave Smith,
funny comedian, by the way. If you watch his stand-up, very funny.
Of course, that's what he's known for.
Yeah,
this is his comedic ability.
He was on the Legion of Skanks for like 10 years before he became.
Right.
Yeah.
His politics were just something that happened after.
Yeah, out of nowhere, he's just doing Rogan 10 times.
Right. Yeah. He does these things where he's in this position where he gets to debate these idiots, but the idiots, Chris Cuomo and this other guy, they all have big audiences. So
yeah.
It's in both of their best interests and in the best interest of Pierce Morgan because it's going to maximize viewership to have these, I call them fake debates.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
The audience of both sides are certain that their side won even before it started.
Yeah.
So everybody kind of on probably more leaning towards our sphere of things is going to see Dave Smith annihilating Chris Cuomo.
Yeah.
But Chris Cuomo was never going to win anybody over. He was always going to have the people who already agree with him think that he annihilated Dave Smith.
Yeah.
We only hear the stuff about how Dave Smith destroyed Cuomo because we're not in that bubble of people who support Chris Cuomo. And media is so niched and segmented that you cannot even realize that there is a whole segment of people that believe that.
Yeah, you can take a clip and be like, wow, Cuomo bodied that guy.
It totally. And that is going on over there.
Yeah.
So it's not a real debate. It's not a real pursuit of truth. It's merely 2 influencers who know that their audience is going to tune in because of the debate framing of it. And they're going to get the engagement in the comments of both of their posting on X or wherever. and that fighting amongst their followers, who already decided long before it started, is going to prop up both of their engagement cache from the X algorithm. It's a con. It's all a con.
Yeah, it
to me.
definitely is a con. You're not the point of a debate, for people that don't know, is to get information and then make a decision after the information you get. You know, you get different points, two different sides, and then that's what debate used to be. You know, now it's like, let's just wait. Let's trap him into because there's an art to it now. We're waiting for they're setting a trap. Like, yeah, they're setting traps. They're like, oh, I got him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For me, it's the point of a debate should be like the point of a trial should be. Yeah, not to win, but to get to the truth. Even if you're a prosecutor or defense, you should actually have the same goal.
Absolutely.
Either side of the debate. It should be to get to the truth, not to win.
Yeah.
Now, I know that you have a duty to your client when it comes to trials, but if you're going into a debate, are we not having a discussion? Is it not more important what the truth is than it is slam dunking on the other side? And the answer is no, the truth is never more important. The truth is always the engagement and pumping up that cash. And that's why it's manipulative. I hate it. I hate it. People be like, would you want to debate so-and-so? I want to debate. I don't have anything to debate these people about because I don't care what the outcome is. My problem is with their if they want to debate that they're having actual debates, and I will pick that apart in a second, but nobody's going to actually debate the
they're waiting for you
to
make a viral video for them. Be like, stump Brad. Watch as I stump Brad.
Right. Yeah. What are you stumping me on? I'm like, you're phony. That's all I'm saying.
Your shit don't make sense.
Sucking phony is all.
Yeah.
You should be a Stacey Abrams protagonist.
You know what's funny though? Is like, because of the debate thing, when I was dating, after I got a divorce and I was 40, and it was before I met my wife, and I was in the New York City dating scene, right? Which was a disaster. But these girls were looking to have debate style conversation with me. It was a wild thing to like really sit to dinner, and then we're talking about like geopolitical stuff and like stuff that they're like sided on and whatever, and they're talking to you in this debate fashion. Like, what do you think about this? But don't you think the repeal of the? And you're just looking at them like, wait, I'm just trying to have sex. Like, I don't understand.
Just zip it down a little. Honey.
Yeah, like you know. And they're like, well, I like a guy that goes back and forth, and we exchange ideas. Like, what? I'm Albanian, first of all. Women don't talk in Albania. Relax. All right.
Let's see. I want to say hi to Charles if he's still here, by the way. I have a Mexican friend named Charles. He's a good guy. And I see he's in the chats. I don't know if he still is, though. I wish I would have seen him earlier. I can see your comment, Gigs loves the truth, or Gigi loves the truth. Now, I'm just now looking at the Instagram stuff. I didn't realize there was comments over here. Yeah. So...
But remember that Piers Morgan clip that exploded with Alex Jones, where he was like, 1776 will commence again if you take my guns. That was like the big viral moment from Piers Morgan. Now he's just now he's sitting there doing these he's just sitting in the back loving it. You can see he's smiling. He's all giddy when these guys.
He's just he doesn't and everybody gets cut. You have 6 different people. How do you even have time to have
It looks like a Zoom call from like when we were hanging out during COVID.
It's like that, yeah, right. It's like that. This misfit patriot guy on.
Oh, that
X.
guy's
that guy's the worst, right? Like everything he posts, everyone hates. But guess what? He gets a lot of engagement because everyone hates it. So
and
he does money by being hateable.
And then when he is in these like debates, like I saw him debating, I think it was probably Andrew Wilson, and he was like, "Well, I just do this for satire, so I don't really know why you're asking
Andrew
me for
Wilson's
a point." That's a good Andrew Wilson.
I mean, that's totally his thing. He's got the dark lighting. He's like,
he's just smoking a cigarette. Smart guy though. I got to give it to him.
Smart, but give me a break with the drama. What are you doing? Smoking man and X-Files? Come on. Everybody's got this stupid. I get it.
You got a gimmick.
I should be doing it. I should come up with a stupid character where I'm like,
you wear one of those old like those suits from like the 40s, the zoot suits, slick your hair back.
I'll wear a zoot suit and I'll talk out of my neck like I have.
You have cancer.
I'll debate people through a tracheotomy tube or something.
No, but you know what? I'll sign up. Piers Morgan,
All
sign
right,
me
dude,
up.
yeah,
You
we'll
know what I
have a
mean?
debate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be a guy who talks with a computer, and I'll be a guy in a tracheotomy tube, and we'll debate the Epstein files or something.
Yeah. Get nothing for 2 hours. I try watching them too. And I'm like, how does anybody spend the time watching this for an hour and a half? Who
I
the
don't
fuck?
know. I don't know, but they do. They do. I just saw this before the show, and then we'll get out of here. I haven't
Call her
watched
that.
the-
Another big podcast. Women love this podcast.
They do. This
Yeah.
is Nikki Glacier on
The
there.
hot husband fetish.
Yeah.
Which is essentially when you want your partner to have sexual experiences with other people outside of the relationship.
Yeah.
So when did this start for you, Nikki? Let's go
This
back.
started with my boyfriend when I was 29, because I really hadn't had a boyfriend before then. He
Okay.
would tell me about like I would always ask him about like past hookups and girlfriends and how they got together. Like I always like the beginning, like how did you guys first know you liked each other? Like I love that like
Here's
our
a
legs
trap,
were
by the
touching
way,
on our
man.
table and neither of us moved our leg or
Big
something like
trap.
stuff like that. I would be like, so like I don't know, it would make me like horny
It's
to
a
like
trap.
think about him
It's a
doing that with
trap.
other girls. And then I'd ask about
Yeah.
all of his like
Yeah.
girlfriends or anyone he had hooked up with, like all the details about it. And it would really be like a foreplay for me. Like I would get like revved up talking about it. And then it reached a point where he was out of stories. Like he had gone through all of them. And I was like, and then it's almost like he was telling the same ones. And I was like, I know this one. So it wasn't as exciting anymore because I was getting the same stuff. So I was like, I know this is, I had never heard of anything like this. I felt so weird, but I was like, I think I need you to like get some more stories.
You need new material,
This is
Chris.
Yeah, I
a
was
trap.
like, I
Such a
need you
trap.
to like
Next thing you know, you're gonna walk into
go out there and
Mandingo.
just have a flirty moment with someone,
Yeah,
like anything where I can
right.
feel like maybe it's my competitive nature
I
of
was
like
gonna
I want
say.
a guy who other girls want. Like I like something that is like, you know, you want a handbag that other girls are like, oh my god, I'm dying to get that.
That's
like, that makes
relatable.
sense.
That is
So
No,
that's
no.
relatable. She's right about that. But
Yeah.
yeah, you're right though. It's gonna come a point in time where
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like, well, you did it.
She's gonna cash in her chips.
Yeah.
She's gonna come to the teller and be like, "Yeah, remember all those times I let you fuck those girls? Well, here we go."
Yeah.
It's my
relatable.
turn
Like
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I have experienced that like masochism to a certain degree where I'd be like, tell me about every ex, tell me about all the things. Like that part of the beginning
Were
of
you
the
horned
relationship.
up for it, or were you like, I want to know because I hate
No,
this
it definitely
girl?
like made me be like, okay, now I'm gonna like fuck you 10 times better
yes,
tonight.
yes. Okay, yes.
But then
It's
but
like showing
then-
their value, that they are valued by other women. Because I respect
Gracias.
women and women's opinions. I do.
this all comes
It's funny because it's gonna be like,
I could see the women watching this, being like, "Go, girl, you tell them, yeah, that's it." You know.
I think women. I think they are attracted to guys who other
Oh,
women want. But
of
I
course.
also think this is gonna cause. There's gonna be people who watch this clip and they're gonna be out with chicks that are be like, "Yeah, no, what do I do? I usually mostly just fuck a bunch of chicks. You want
Yeah.
to hear about it?
You want to hear about it? Yeah. There was this time I was down the
fucking
shore.
this chick.
This girl asked me for $1.
Yeah, and I gave her a dick. You know, it's because she couldn't.
You find that
resist.
hot,
It's
honey?
like,
Huh? You
yeah.
find that hot? I took it to the back seat. I took it to the porta potty inside the club.
Right.
You know?
Because
Didn't happen.
when you hear advice like this, it's not. I mean, it's not necessarily advice, but it is going to be interpreted that way. It always hits the people who don't. So it always hits the people who don't understand it. Really, the worst, where they're just going to be like, "Yeah, no, I fucked a bitch 10 minutes ago." You know, where they're incels, they're lying.
yeah,
about
absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
because the psychology of what she's saying is not wrong, but the idea that a guy can just like make that up
Yeah.
and instead
Yeah,
of
just
like,
keep telling her stories. Be like, "Yeah, I met this girl on the boardwalk. And then we
Yeah.
went underneath the boardwalk and I entered her."
yeah, I was moist on her. He starts
Yeah, it
quoting
was-
Stacey Abrams
Yeah.
novels.
She kept calling me Sebastian. And I
Yeah,
nuzzled
that was
into her,
Sebastian.
into her sweaty, supple breasts. No, that's a trap, gentlemen. If a woman says, "I want to hear about your past," you ignore her and be like, "Stop talking stupid." You put her in check instantly because all she's doing is trying to get you to cuck out for her. That's all it is. That's a dangerous woman that wants to know about your
So
past.
you don't think you don't tell her about the past?
Fuck no. My woman has never asked me one question about, because she doesn't want to know. "Oh, you want to know
Yeah.
how I blew out that basket? Let me tell you something." It was a hot day down at the Jersey Shore. She happened to be a warm hole.
Yeah. Well, so I opened the show with what is it in New York? It's hole filling season.
A hole filling season. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess happy hole filling season, to
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, if you need a hole filled, I'm your guy.
All right. On that note, tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me at the Haram Life everywhere: Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Find my YouTube page, the Haram Life Podcast. We're on Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. every other week with the boys. Hey, we just talk shit just like we do here. Nothing too serious.
This is like a group chat. Is this conversation we kind of have here? And
yeah, that's what we do on our show every week. We just have a group chat. We try to get all serious, and then we just end up talking about Jersey Shore stories and just about other people's nonsense. But you can find me theharamlife.com, the Haram Life everywhere. Follow us. You'll be a fan.
Yeah, I enjoy listening to your show because it feels like I'm in the group chat with the boys and having a good time. So I encourage everyone to check it out. Thanks for joining me on the show.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Short notice.
Absolutely.
Always a good time. We'll do it again soon. Maybe we'll do like a play-by-play if the Hawks play the Knicks in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, I would like to do that. I would like to
be a good time.
Yeah.
Baseball
we'll do the Mets Braves thing like we did last year. That was
right. So we got a whole season so we can plan one. And
we just lost Soto for a couple weeks. The Mets are a disaster. I think he blew out his calf.
Yeah. I love Soto. He's like, was it like 27? He looks like he's 48.
Oh, yeah. That's how old Dominican men look, though. Vlad Guerrero Jr. looks the same for the last 30 years.
Dude. Yeah. He's good.
And I was such a big fan of his father's, too, man.
I loved his dad. His dad was all. I love the Expos.
Oh, I used to love Martinez. You had Harold Raines. That was a squad, man.
They were a good team, too.
Yeah.
They took him away. Did you see the Braves fight last night?
I did. The guy hit him with a baseball, bro.
It's Soler, the guy who won the World Series for the Braves. It's
the
one that Lopez was hitting with a ball. I thought he was going to throw it at him.
He hit him with it. I saw the thing where he actually hit him with the ball.
He was like bashing his. Yeah. Soler's a big dude.
Yeah, he's stacked,
Soler
man.
Coming at you.
But it's so funny. Like these guys are all jacked, and these guys can't throw a punch, bro. What are we doing? Can't throw a punch.
No, it's No, so my brother was on. He was involved in one of the. It's still ranked in the top 10 of the worst brawls of all time. It was a minor league baseball game between the Durham Bulls, and I can't remember who they were playing, but it was
during the Michael Jordan years.
It was back in 1993. So that was a little bit before?
Oh, probably a little bit before, yeah.
So it was when he was in the minors, and it was probably 90. Maybe actually it's probably 95. So maybe actually it might have been the Jordan years because it was probably 95. His last year, 95 or 96, and so it was like a 30-minute brawl. You had guys hitting each other with bats, taking their cleats off and like stabbing each other. And it had a whole spread in the middle of Sports Illustrated. And the bullpen guys are always jogging up at the end, you know? And my brother he had jogged up at the end, right in the middle of the Sports Illustrated spread. He's got a backwards hat on, and you can see Binkley on the back of his jersey. And he's just standing there doing nothing while everybody whips each other's ass.
That's what I would do. I'd be like, all right.
He's just like standing like this. It's like, oh, it's fantastic. And it was on domestic violence night.
No shit.
Yeah.
Let me show you ladies how it's really done.
Yeah, dude. It was crazy. There's some people.
How great were those brawls, though, in the 90s? Every sports. Like,
people got felonies for this one.
Yeah. How about basketball? The brawls used to have in basketball was great, man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, basketball, like, I love basketball. It's my favorite sport to watch.
Me too.
But, like, I can't watch the Thunder, the best team, play. It's hard to watch that team play.
Yeah.
It's hard watching the best player in the league try to draw a foul every single play.
Every time down court.
It's really a tough watch. I mean, and you see everybody's trying to do it now, but I don't like the way the sport's going, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't either. I can't. I don't watch it at all. I don't even watch baseball as much as I used to. I've been watching college baseball more.
Yeah, I got really into the Final Four. The college basketball was really fun to watch.
Michigan was good, dude. And
I went to
brings a lot to it.
I went to the Big East tournament this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw Rutgers. Not Rutgers. St. John's beat Seton
St.
Hall.
John's was good.
Yeah, they beat Seton Hall. That was a fun time. Yeah.
I remember is Connecticut still? They're not still in the Big East, are they?
Yeah, they're still in the Big East. Yeah. See,
okay.
St. John's beat UConn for the Big East title.
Okay, well, yeah. Georgia Tech lost their last 12 games, so I tuned out.
Yeah,
they fired their coach. Fortunately,
I never went to college, so I can just pick a college. Even though I found that, like, one of my boys is a big Georgia fan, like out of nowhere, he just roots for Georgia now. He never went to college. I'm like, you can't do that, bro.
Yeah, it's a choice, dude.
You can't do that. And he's like, yeah, we're playing today. I'm like,
I wish you could just choose the team. You know,
I stopped rooting for the Jets, and
you gave him up.
I gave him up, and I became a Packer fan. like 2
You
years
were
ago.
able to successfully do that?
I transitioned. I even went to
You
Lambeau. I went
transitioned to a
I went
Packers
to
fan?
Aaron
You had the
Rodgers' last
surgery?
game.
You had the cheese put on your head
Oh yeah,
officially.
yep. I had a micro cheese first because you
Yeah,
can't go
and
full
then-
cheese.
right,
You know,
yeah, you had
you
to
got
get
to
the
grow
full
into
cheese.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. That's good.
Yeah, I went to
accept you.
Aaron Rodgers' last game at Lambeau, which they lost. But
They're
you know.
always good though. They always come back. See the Falcons down here. I like the Falcons for a few years, but I usually just kind of hate the Falcons. Honestly,
they're a
because
hard
they-
team to watch, man. You
they're
got the
terrible.
best
They're
running
hard to
back in the
watch.
league, and you can't do shit with them. It's unbelievable.
every year.
It's unbelievable. And then you got stacked. You got Drake, Pitts. You know, you got stacked team. You can't do shit with it.
We got Arthur Bland. Met Arthur Blank dude once. He was hammered. He was like 8,000 years old. He's hammered as hell. And he always wants to be on the field. And it's just
It's better than that pro that the Indianapolis owner. She's on the field like, look at the women. We're really
chick?
doing it. Yeah, she's
yeah.
got like a of her board and everything. She's looking through everything. She's like, I'm just holding people accountable, right? Because the staff you pay $5 million a year for, that's running everything, they need you there.
Of course. I think
Yeah.
we should. I think we should have a mandate of how many female coaches there should be in the NFL.
Oh, yeah, because they really know football.
It's just like
Yeah.
UNC's coach. It's really it's not Belichick. It's his girlfriend, 24-year-old girl.
Oh yeah. I mean, first of all, I don't know why people are mad at that. If I'm
I'm not
Belichick,
mad at
70
that
years
at
old,
all. It's just
you know,
what's he,
70.
what's
What am
he
I supposed to
bringing
bang a
the
70-year-old
football
girl?
program into this problem that he's
Oh, he
yeah, have
destroyed
your
that.
fun,
fucking-
but don't ruin our whole football
He
program.
just ruined it. He was like, yeah.
She's in the middle of the field, like helping out at practice with these 24-year-old guys who want to bang her. Come on, dude.
it's definitely there's definitely some kind of cuck thing going on.
You gotta wonder. You definitely
Yeah,
gotta wonder.
absolutely. There's no way around it. It's happening. Belichick can't get it up anymore. Come on, look at the guy.
Right. So I don't know why there's not chance like that in the opposing teams.
But Belichick is still loved, though. He's loved. People
The
love
Falcons
that guy.
thought about hiring him. They thought about bringing him in.
No,
Just
it would've
imagine
been a
that disaster.
disaster.
You have the
That guy's
chick.
he can only be successful in that time period with Tom Brady in New England. That's the only time he'll be successful
Mm-hmm.
ever. It was the perfect storm for him to be successful. Anywhere else he'll go, he'd be a disaster.
Yeah, like North Carolina. It's
Yeah.
probably his last year there.
Yeah. He's not
And
coaching
the Falcons
anymore.
will probably hire him after there.
You know, I think the whole 24-year-old girlfriend thing threw him for a loop. They're like, wait, we just thought this was like a thing you were doing. I didn't know.
It's
actually
amazing
bring-
how much like power that she has over his. Like, I can
Listen,
understand if you're dating a young chick.
Yeah, I
like
mean,
that,
come
but
on. I've
she's
been
on the
there.
field.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the type of guy who would never allow. You would think he would never allow that.
Yeah, because he was always like such a strict, like he was known as like a
Yeah.
Nazi coach, you know?
She's got a clipboard, you know, and a whistle.
Yeah. Line them up, boys.
She's, yes. What's going on here?
Fuck.
What does he care? It doesn't matter. He's getting paid.
Yeah, he's getting $20 million a year. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, it doesn't matter, dude. Yeah, I could talk sports with you all night. Dude. We
Oh,
should do,
I
like,
love
a
sports,
on the
yeah.
show sometime.
I-
We talk
yeah.
NIL and
I
all
love
that.
sports. The NIL is, I can go on for days about that, how these colleges.
it's crazy, man.
You're pretty much paying players now, you know. But the problem is like these
Definitely.
state, like Rutgers is a state college. That's taxpayer money you're paying. You know what I mean? To sign these players. And
Mhm.
what is the taxpayer getting from that? Nothing.
Nothing.
Dick. They're getting
That's
nothing.
crazy. So
Yeah.
it's not donors; it's taxpayer dollars.
Taxpayer
It's-
money. Yeah.
That's
it's-
interesting.
Yeah. It's a state university. So
you're
they're
gonna have to there's gonna be people campaigning on winning a championship for the
Yeah.
state school.
correct. Yeah. They paid, what's his name? What's the coach's name in Rutgers with the S? I forgot. He was the Tampa Bay coach and he couldn't handle it. So he went back to Rutgers and they paying him like 15 million. He's the highest paid government employee of the state.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
man.
He's making like 10, 15 million a year, something around there. But he's known, if you look it up, he's the highest paid state employee in the state.
That's crazy. And you have these
Shiano,
players-
that's who it was. Shiano.
Okay. You
Yeah.
have these players. Some of these players are making more than the coaches.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not mad about the players making, It was a
What do you
sin
think
like
they're
back in
doing?
the
You think
day.
they're doing calculus? You think the
Oh, yeah,
calculus
they're in
teacher's
class,
making
yeah.
60,000 a year going, hey, did you do your homework? You think a guy making 7 million is like, oh yeah, I did my homework.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm writing a fucking 6-page essay on fucking
My brother
Edgar Allan
had
Poe.
class with Kenny Anderson at Georgia Tech.
The Jet.
'Cause- Kenny
the Jet?
Anderson. Yeah, dude. Yeah, he was a badass. He was like number 2 pick in the draft, and he was when they recruited my brother to play baseball there. I got to meet Kenny Anderson, Dennis Scott, and Brian Oliver when I was a little kid because they were practicing, and Bobby Crimmins, and I remember my brother telling me that yeah, Kenny Anderson was in one of his classes. He said he came in late every single day, put his head down, went to sleep.
Of course.
Because he wasn't there for calculus class.
Of course. It was just the same. Like my friend went to school with in Syracuse when Mello was there. And he was saying the same thing. I was in class with Mello, and he would just walk in, and it was Mello. So everybody was like, "Well, Mello's here. You know, he's in class."
Right.
And then he would just get up and leave in the middle of the class.
Yeah. Well, you don't need to be there.
Yeah, he won a championship for them and got the fuck out of there.
Get out. Yeah, get out. Just have somebody else do your grades and get out.
Yeah, but it's definitely a scheme that it's gonna hit. It's gonna get a point to where they're gonna separate college sports from the universities and just have like affiliations to the universities.
Like a minor league system.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically a minor league system. At this
Yeah,
point.
absolutely.
Some of them can make more in college than they can.
Yeah,
in pro.
they'll never become, an NBA player. They might play in like Lithuania or something like that. But
yeah.
as far as here.
All right, man. Thanks for
All
hanging out.
right, Brad. Hey, this was fun, brother.
We'll do it again soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you guys for listening. Propagandafight.com at Freedom Act Radio on X is where you can find all my links in bio, no feet pics. And if you want to get access to the subscriber-only show that I do with Austin Picard and Sam Tripoli called Whatever This Is, go to patreon.com/propaganda report. Subscribe to the lowest tier there, or propreport.locals.com. You also get access, if you're an audio-only listener, to the audio-only versions of the show, minus the ads, to take the ads out for subscribers. And, if you don't want to donate, let the ads play through, leave a tip on the video, whatever. You guys are the only reason I can continue doing the show. Thank you for your support, and we will talk to you guys soon. Y'all have a fantastic rest of y'all's day.
Peace.
Later.